Okay, we are live. Richard Torres.
Yo,
Yo. Gang, gang.
gang.
Yo. Yeah, dude, move back to Austin, bro.
I think I feel that way now because I'm here and it's all the like feelings and the feel
Get that up on your mouth. Sorry.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
good.
So yeah, I feel good being back now because I'm here and I feel all the like nostalgia and like feel good about being back in Austin. And I know that if I were to come back to Austin 6 months in, I'd be like, yeah, fuck this, I'm going back. I'm going
Yeah.
back to the beach.
After a couple weeks at Taco Bell, you're gonna be like, man,
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
Yeah.
Although I was telling someone the other day, like, even though we have some of the greatest like Mexican food here in town, like a Doritos Locos taco still goes so hard.
Dude.
I can't understand it. I can't put it into math or anything. It's just like, it's so good. I don't know why it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Mexico, dude, how long you been there now? Like a year, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, I've been there just a little bit over a year. I got out there June of last year, and it's been awesome, man. It's been great.
Yeah,
Just hanging out
yeah.
at the beach, chilling, enjoying Mexico life.
What's the worst part of Mexico?
Worst part of Mexico, trying to think here. It honestly has really nothing to do with like Mexico itself. I think the hardest part has been like kind of little dumb stuff on my end, like not being 100% fluent, right, in the language, which sounds kind of crazy, whatever. I know I hear about it all the time.
I mean,
but
that's
like,
normal.
yeah, but like, my personality, I like to just be real chill, real informal, talk slang and kind of bullshit a little bit. I like to make people laugh whenever I meet them. So it's like,
And it's hard to do that.
it's hard to do that,
It's so hard to
in
do
another
that.
language all the time.
I have the exact same feeling when I go to Brazil for my family, because my family's Brazilian.
Yeah.
And I speak Portuguese, but I only speak in like a communication way. When I try to be funny, people are like, what?
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that didn't really land, and I feel awkward all the time because they're looking at me like, oh, he tried to be funny and it bombed because he's a foreigner.
Yeah, exactly.
And that sucks. That feeling blows because you can't really truly be yourself.
Exactly.
And yeah, that I totally get that.
Yeah. That's probably like been the biggest part, but it's, we're overcoming it little bit by little bit. And then I'd say also just like Mexico's like a really heavy cash economy. So I don't always carry cash all the time. I'm just used to pulling out card and paying with card and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
anybody watching this, it's, they're going to laugh about it because it's such a gringo thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say that's probably the hardest part. But, granted also I've only lived in like tourist towns, beach towns for the most part.
Yeah.
There's some places in Mexico that get pretty dicey. And,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I've
You,
lived in-
you cruise through some of those places and you're like, hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got to see it. I got to go see it firsthand,
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah. And I don't really post. I'll make videos about it every now and again, and people get all mad. People get fucking mad, dude. Honestly, they get mad about everything.
That's my
bro.
country.
Yeah. Like, why are you only showing the bad parts? Show the good parts. And then
I feel like you only show the good parts.
That's what I'm saying.
I think I've seen one video of you being like, man, look at dangerous Mexico. That's
The
so
beach.
funny. Yeah, just the beach with you with a cocktail and a hot girl, and people are like, that's not my country, dude.
Yeah. Or they'll get mad and be like, show us the real Mexico, dude. You're just at the tour. You're at a resort. So then I'll go show the real Mexico, and then they'll get all mad and shit like that. So it's just
Why did
like,
you do that?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Would literally test that. And it's like, okay,
That's funny,
I
dude.
can't win. I'm just going to post whatever, then fuck it.
Dude, the internet sucks.
Yeah.
That's funny, though.
It's interesting. It's very interesting. And that's been new too, man. Like, so like living in a new country, living in Mexico, kind of restarting all over or whatever in a new country, but then also all the social media stuff. Like, it's a lot to kind of learn and get used to. Because normally you just, people go move to other countries all the time, right? But
Yeah.
when it's on display on the internet for the world to see, it's like
They judge you.
they judge the fuck. They say all these crazy things. I don't give a shit. I'll never meet any of these people, right?
Yeah,
like, who
yeah,
cares, right? But it's just, you gotta, like, I guess the more that like the accounts have grown and more exposure, whatever, I gotta be a little bit more careful about what I say or how I make it look, because I don't know, people just do weird shit. I don't know. So
No, I think it's great though. It's fun. I'm always like, oh, look at Rich. He's out there fucking.
It's just, it's mostly just, I mean, I work, I'll go to like the gym, I'll go walk on the beach, and then I'll just like see interesting things. And, you know, like I'll take little clips of videos of stuff and I'll just have like a bunch of, you know, content or footage on my phone. And then when I think of some like interesting concept or see something else on social or get some sort of inspiration, then I'll be like, oh, wait, I got a bunch of footage that could probably fit that idea. And I'll just put together a video and throw some stuff on there, and then it just goes crazy.
And then throw a tag, Dangerous Mexico.
Dangerous Mexico.
Look how dangerous it is here. Yeah. And then you still have a remote job?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So
dude.
Account executive for a tech company. They're pretty flexible with the location, and I was very upfront about that kind of stuff. So
they probably saw your posts.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Now, for me specifically, like I have to be kind of upfront about that kind of stuff too, because I don't like to sneak around or try to hide it, because you know just literally search it, or there's a good chance that it might just pop up. Honestly, I've connected or reconnected with people that I knew from like high school or like past jobs or something like that. That'll be like, dude, somebody sent me your video, and I was like, telling them like I used to work with that guy.
Yeah.
Like a friend of mine, this girl that I worked with at a hat store in Highland Mall years ago, messaged me and she's like, oh, a friend sent me one of your videos. And I was like, I knew that guy. So we started just chatting it up again. So it's like,
that's funny.
The internet's crazy.
The internet is crazy.
These videos, and your shit does a lot too. Millions, a lot.
I had one the other day I did about these two girls from high school. And everybody in my high school started messaging me and being like, yo, who are the girls? Who were they? And I had to be like, oh, I can't.
Talk about me.
Yeah, you talk about
Was it me?
And I was like, no, I don't want to tell. But it's funny how like people in high school are still worried about like people in high school. It's like, dude, I don't give a shit about
20 years ago.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. A lot has happened since fucking 11th grade.
Yeah. Did you go to your reunion? No.
Mm-hmm.
I went to mine.
Did you?
Yeah, it was kind of awkward. But it was fun. It was interesting. Everyone was just like, yeah, we're married now. We got a kid on the way. And I was like, oh, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Dude, so yeah, fucking Mexico.
That's all I got.
Nah, that's fucking cool, though. So, like, the big thing is food. Someone told me the other day that Mexicans are secretly fatter than Americans. Do you agree with that statement?
Like fatter, like weight wise, or like obesity?
Like
BMI index or
the
something
food
like that?
is technically fattier. Like if you're eating like fast food all the time, yeah, you're going to be gross. But if you're eating just like tacos all the time, you're also not going to be that great. It's less than the fast food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying here?
Yeah. So, what was the original question again?
Are Mexicans fat?
Yes and no. Yeah, I mean, that's a crazy question. Pause. I don't know if I can answer that one. No. Are they? Yes and no. Yes. No. I mean, like the gyms like I go to, dude, there's so many fit people. There's like, I guess that's what kind of motivates me too. So I'm like, man, these people like are in incredibly good shape. And I go to like, you know, the indoor gyms, kind of like your membership style gyms. And then there's like calisthenics gyms where like there's just dudes that are like super ripped and girls that are like super ripped and they all look good, especially in like the beach towns and stuff.
Yeah.
But then there are people that are overweight too. And, you know, I see them and I think also something that the reason why I asked about like the body mass, the BMI index and obesity is because it's like a formula, right? It's based on your height and your weight. And I don't know if it's maybe because like Mexican people typically are a little bit shorter and maybe
that might not help. Yeah,
you know what I mean? It makes
the
the gut go out a little bit more. But then also at the same time, there's a lot of not so great like dietary type of decisions or food choices that are being made. Like you see a lot of, you know, people getting their day started with like a 3-liter of Coca-Cola and that's going to get, or like a big pack of crackers or something. And that
that'll
gets them
do
through
it.
the day.
That'll do it.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess it just depends on
What you're eating.
Yeah, what you're eating and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Because when
too,
I go to
lifestyle.
Brazil, I notice a lot of fat people. And they're always like, oh, Brazilians are way healthier than Americans. And it's like, yeah, but are they though? Like, I think it, because I think there's been a trope to like make fun of Americans for being fat. And I think in middle America, like, you know, like Kansas or something, you're going to get a lot of guys who just go to Chick-fil-A every day and they don't look good.
Yeah.
But if you're in Austin,
Yeah.
there's a lot of fit people here.
Town Lake for sure.
Yeah, like I don't see that many fat people walking around ever, to be honest, like at all.
True.
And if they do, they probably actually do have a gland problem.
Yeah.
But in Brazil, I don't know. I feel like these other countries are catching up. Is what I'm trying to say. They're catching up on the fatness because they buy Coca-Cola all the time there, and they still drink that. And over here, people are like, "Oh no, it's unhealthy. It's not good."
Yeah.
But they're not in with that knowledge yet.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I don't know. What's the best street food they got there?
I'm just gonna go with the OG, just street pastor tacos.
Just a taco.
Yeah, dude, just old school.
Yeah. You've had like a crazy taco with like a brain in it or something? I hear they do that, right?
I've had like the lingua and
That's a tongue.
Yeah, and tripas, which is like the intestines, stuff
Yep.
like that. Pretty standard stuff. I haven't had anything really like too crazy. So, but I usually just keep it pretty simple. You know, asada, pastor, or like maybe chicken or something like that.
Chicken's good.
Yeah.
Big fan of chicken.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
That's cool. What else? So and then that night you're just fucking hanging out at a beach and just in some like bar cabana out by the beach, just chilling. That's just the life.
Pretty much, man. I know it sounds simple, but that is literally it. Like I'll get my day started. I'll go get coffee from the OXXO, which is like the corner store, convenience store.
Bodega.
Oh yeah, basically. And then I'll go walk the beach, and then walk for like an hour or so. Go to work, and then after that, I'll maybe go to the gym, or maybe go for another walk on the beach, and go grab a drink or grab some dinner, and that's about it. Pretty simple life. And sometimes I'm like, man, is this like too simple of a life? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not retired yet, but I feel like I'm definitely living this retired life. And
You're
like,
leaning in on it. Yeah.
being back in a place like Austin where I jumped in one of those Waymos last night. I was like, what the fuck is going on? The self-driving car. I was like, whoa, what's going on? But then I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, am I like missing out on things?
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Am I missing out on the world right now?
That's an interesting thought. But because you're kind of just like marooned on this island out there, and then you start seeing the tech, happen. You're like, oh man, I need to be a part of the tech. It's interesting seeing people like tourists come to Austin and just get in a Waymo and they're taking photos of it. And I'm like, I see these all the time. Like, it's not even a thing for me anymore.
Last night.
Really?
I was like, I'm freaking out, man. I don't know what's going on.
That's hilarious.
It's all over my story. It's kind of funny. People were getting a kick out of it.
Yeah, because it is interesting. And then have you seen the little cars that drive food?
Mm-hmm. No, the little boxy ones,
Yeah,
the robot
yeah.
things. No, I haven't
on the
seen those
sidewalk.
yet. Yeah, no,
I see them all the time. We'll be like outside of a bar, and then we'll see one just drive by, and then people will like get in front of it and fuck with it. And then it's funny. It puts on like these little cute eyes whenever it can tell someone's blocking it.
Nice.
Because it tries to be cute. So you're like, oh, I feel bad. Like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, I haven't seen one of those yet. And I haven't seen. I was hoping to see that like the Elon Musk humanoid robot thing that's been on the internet lately with just kind of running around.
Yeah, one of those came into the Creek and Cave, the comedy club.
Oh shit.
And it was like, I'm here for open mic comedy. And then someone slapped it and it was like, nice. And then it ran out.
With the little run.
Yeah. And it had a cowboy hat on it.
Sensing danger, must leave now.
I'm in danger.
Comes back with a freaking flamethrower.
Is this funny, bitch? And then just roast everybody.
Now who's laughing?
You're about to get roasted.
This is what I call a roast. That's funny, bro. Yeah, no, I was hoping to see one of those. I didn't see it.
Yeah, you'll see crazy shit down there all the time. That's an interesting thought, though, that you feel like the world is passing you by. But I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But being, I get it though, because you come back here and it's like, oh man, this is where things are happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, big major city. I think sometimes you got to kind of step away to like reappreciate stuff. So like years ago when I moved out of Austin originally, I was like, dude, fuck this place, man. It's so bad. So this it's changed so much, yada yada yada. And now I'm back and I'm like, yo, I'm back in Austin. All right, let's go. It's kind of exciting and driving around. It has changed a lot, and now it just continues to change and all that stuff. But what I will say is that like kind of stepping away from all of that for the past year, just specifically kind of checked out from it all, being in Mexico, living at the beach and stuff like that. It's been really good for like the mental and physical health. It's been really good to kind of reset everything because I don't think I was in a very good place a year ago. So
Why not?
I just was like overweight, dude. I was overweight, poor choices. I wasn't very active. My habits weren't good. I just kind of when you're not, at least for me anyway, when you're not physical and you're not like lifting weights or working out or something like that, I don't know, I would just get kind of depressed and have all these kind of negative thoughts like, oh, you're not doing anything. You're kind of like, what are you doing with your life kind of stuff. And,
And that went away when you went to Mexico?
It went away when I started to make better choices. So, I make videos about my life in Mexico and how things have kind of gotten better for me health-wise. But really, at the end of the day, like, you can do that anywhere. It doesn't have to be just kind of running off to Mexico. But I think being out in the sun, being in a place, being in the beach where you're just kind of naturally more active, that kind of thing. And you can do that kind of stuff here in Austin, too. That's why I love Austin. Going to Town Lake is it's like the same effect or whatever, but I think like just your environment changes you or affects you, so I think I just need to shake that up for a bit. Plus at the time, like I had already been going to Mexico a lot on vacations. I was going like 2 to 3 times a year. So I was working remote and I was like, well shit, I want to just move here, go get a visa for, and just,
I remember you were doing that a lot. You kept going out there all the time. Yeah.
So plus there was the whole plan that I had, in the beginning, and then things kind of changed like as soon as I got out there. So with the ex-girlfriend, all that stuff, man. So it was like kind of making those plans originally and then having a lot of things change. It just kind of like opened up the world a little bit more, right? Because like I just do whatever the hell I want, right? Like that's why I was like traveling around and stuff too. And I'm glad that happened, man. I'm glad that I got a chance to kind of check out some other places because, Mexico's a beautiful place. A lot of cool stuff there. And I got to go hang out in like Mexico City and Guadalajara. I went to Tequila, where they make all the tequila. That's where I got this shirt. And
oh, nice.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it is a nice one.
Yeah.
If in stock.
Yeah, dude, fucking being back in Austin, the homeless, there's a lot of homeless people running around. And that's one thing they don't really see a lot, like in Mexico.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot of homeless people like that. Not like here or in other major cities. And
there's none at all. Have you ever seen a homeless guy there?
I've seen homeless people, yeah. But it's not like, they're not like just kind of out in the street camped out.
Yeah,
They may be homeless, but they're, sleeping in the back somewhere and they're kind of, busy trying to hustle or doing whatever they got to do.
Yeah, proper homeless. Yeah.
Yeah, proper. Not one of these Austin homeless.
Not one of these
waiting for a handout.
Yeah, give me $1. Not one of those guys.
Yeah, I was walking around Rainy Street last night, and there was some lady across the street like yelling at me, trying to get me to come over there to like give her $1 or something like that. And I was like, dude, you can't come over and ask me. You can't come across the street and ask me for the $1. It was kind of crazy.
We got homeless with an ego. That's what we got.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah, they do that a lot. This one guy asked me for $5 yesterday. I was like, you're getting greedy, dude.
$5.
You got to chill. Someone needs to teach these guys how to like use Venmo because I think they do a lot better.
Yeah.
Who the hell has cash anymore at all?
Yeah, man.
Well, maybe you, because you said you had to use it in Mexico.
Yeah, I don't really carry cash that much. Even in Mexico, if I'll keep a little bit on me, for like tacos and stuff like that. But usually I go places where they take card.
I don't like the idea of cash because if I pay in cash, then they're going to give me change.
Yeah, it just ends up being all spent.
And the change ends up just being thrown away.
Yeah.
It's like, when do you ever use all your change? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, the homeless here is definitely a problem. But that's it. It's interesting what you said about Austin. Like, you take a step away and then you come back and you feel like you're back in the the tip of the spear when it comes to, you know, society
Innovation,
or whatever,
tech,
innovation.
all that stuff. And you can see it too, which is cool to see because it's like, wow, you're like right here in the middle of it. Things are happening here. You know, founders, CEOs, startups, and all that. You know, they're all working on all these cool things. So, going from just beach life, like no one's, you know, in a big rush to do anything, you know, to like you come here, we're, you know, changing the world essentially, right? Leaders of tech and innovation. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is interesting. I never thought of it that way. But I mean, at the same time, just melting away on a beach is pretty nice.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. Do you think you'd be there for another 5 years?
That's a good question. I've thought about that a lot lately, actually. I love the idea of being remote and just making money online and traveling. Like, that is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
Whether it's through like a remote job or some sort of other, you know, online business venture, the freedom and flexibility of that is off the chain. So I think to answer your question, yes, traveling and I don't know if I'd necessarily be in Mexico. Like, I think I want to try out different places and just travel a little bit more. But I don't think I'll ever stop going to Mexico. I don't know. We'll see. I've thought about something. I mean, honestly, dude, I've thought about coming back home and just packing it up. You know, I came back to visit family and friends, kind of like a trip like this, a couple months ago, like in December and January. And I was like, I was already intending on coming back and just packing it up and just starting all over and, you know, all that stuff. But I was here and I wasn't feeling it. I really wasn't feeling it. To be honest with you, I was like, man, I'm just going to go back, dude. I'm not done. I'm not done out there. I got stuff to do. Like, oh, stuff to do. Which
I got a beach to be on.
yeah, like the beach needs me, dude. I got to get out there.
That beach is calling me, brother.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
But I'm back here now, and I'm like, yeah, I think I could come back. I could come back to Austin at some point. I think under the right circumstances. Like, I'm not in a rush to come back to the U.S. or anything like that. But
Yeah.
but I think also, like, not even having to pick a side, right? Like, a lot of people, especially on the internet, dude, they're always like, well, which one's better, bro? Which one's better? You know, when you got to pick a side, you know.
Nah,
like,
it's not that easy,
give a
though. It's
fuck.
not, yeah,
Yeah,
the
like-
world isn't that black and white.
Yeah, like, they're both great, you know? And you know, I know I make a lot of videos. You know, when you post stuff on the internet, like, you kind of have to, it has to be a little clickbaity. It has to be a little, punchy. And so that's why I'll make some videos that kind of explain or show some differences, right? Just because I know that it's gonna ruffle some feathers. But at the end of the day, like, I don't hate the US. I don't have anything against the US, nothing like that. I think it's just cool to kind of go to do both, dude, to be honest with you.
Like, the biggest thing with the U.S., and from what I've seen on your videos, is definitely the food, and definitely everything is so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
That's like the number one thing about the U.S.
It's crazy.
It's crazy
expensive.
fucking expensive here. And you go to the grocery store and you walk out, you have to spend at least $100. Like, you just have to. You're going to buy groceries. But then you go to, you know, Mexico, Brazil, whatever. You spend like $30 and you get food for weeks.
Yeah. Fresh food. Fresh
And it's
fruit.
fresh. It's amazing. But the thing you sacrifice is, you know, like you said, your language, the language barrier, being yourself in your own language is a thing. And when you live in a place like that, it actually gives you a lot of sympathy for people who immigrate to the United States, because they want to be at the tip of the spear, like we were talking about, technologically, culturally, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But they sacrifice the ability to really connect with someone on a way, you know, where they can be themselves because they're speaking in their own language.
Right.
And that always makes me feel bad, because I'm always like, man,
They're just trying.
they're just trying. They wanted to be here so bad, and they were willing to take that jump. That the language barrier, that's a big barrier, and people don't think about that because they don't. A lot of people, like Americans especially, because they don't speak another language. But it's a huge barrier, and people immediately pull away from you a little bit when you don't speak the way that they speak.
Right.
And yeah, that's a tough one. But, you know, the benefit of the United States is this is where shit is happening. Like it's fucking everything is happening here.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It is amazing. And yeah. And so it's easy to rail out on the US, but patriot. Patriot.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some differences, man. I mean, but at the end of the day, like, I do both. You know what I mean? Like, just do what makes you happy. If you want to go, live in another country, great, go do that. But, I think the U.S. is good for business and stuff too, man. Like, income and things like that. And there's a lot of cool stuff happening here all the time. So who knows? Maybe I'll be back at some point.
Yeah. If you were married and you were having a kid, would you raise them in the U.S. or would you raise them in Mexico? Because my answer, to take the load off, is definitely going to have to be the U.S. Just because I feel like, I want my kid to kind of have the same, I guess, growing up experience that I had here. And I feel like in Mexico or Brazil, like my family's always like, oh, you should move to Brazil and do that. And I'm like, I don't think I would do that. I would rather that they be more American. But I don't know. What would you think? Yeah,
honestly, that's a good question. I think if I was getting a wife and a kid, I'd probably have a lot more to worry about than that country. But that is a good question. But yeah. I would probably have them be born in the U.S. and then so that way can connect with family and stuff out here too, and just kind of have a little bit more. I think probably the job thing would be really important too. So like having the income and all that to be able to properly raise a family and all that stuff, and not have to worry about working a remote job and raising a kid outside of the country or something like that. I think I would do that. Plus they get their citizenship, and then I would work and then work on probably getting my permanent residency in Mexico or whatever country, and then just getting the family dual citizenship, right? And then I would set up the income in the U.S. and then just probably at some point live outside of the U.S. and just make money online.
Yeah,
higher quality of life. And I'd probably put them in private schools, and then I would get it to where the wife wouldn't have to be like working. So that way we can spend more time with the family and like properly raise the kid, and like, this kind of higher quality of life environment. Because I do believe that there's a higher quality of life in places like Mexico because it's not so stressful and politics and all that stuff or whatever. So it would just depend, but I think that's what I would do. Start the family in the U.S. and eventually just have everything like the income with online business or whatever, like generating USD, but then live in another country and just probably just travel around, to be honest with you. I'd probably wait till...
Where else would you go?
Mexico, and then probably like overseas, like Italy, some of these other cool places.
Italy
like
Asia, would be a good one.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I would definitely travel around.
I could see myself just in like some random town in Italy.
Yeah, just chilling.
I wouldn't even want to go to Rome.
Yeah. Where would you go?
I just feel like going to Rome is like
touristy, or
I hate when it's like so we're gonna go to the Colosseum at 2, and then at 4 we're gonna go see this museum, and then we're gonna go see this place where Caesar died, and it's just like, can we not let's just hang out and eat and
some pizza and some wine and relax
and just chill and just watch people walk around, even just like in a farm. Like that's what I want, is just a tiny little farm village.
Yeah.
Some pasta, a bottle of wine, and just like sitting outside, and I could just watch a cow graze the entire day. And then like a good conversation. I'm fine with that. Totally fine with that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah. I don't want to go see things. I can see them online. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have some tour guide tell me about the Colosseum for an hour. That's a wasted hour, in my opinion.
Just kind of being herded around.
Yeah, I hate that. I'd probably go to the lake. Where does that George Clooney live? You know what I'm talking about? Lake Como. Yeah, Cuomo.
I don't know.
Como. I think that's it. That's exactly what I'm thinking
that's
of.
nice, dude. That's like,
yeah, that's a spot.
Super duper nice.
Yeah. I would probably check that out. I always wanted to go to Russia, but that's not really possible. I think it'd be so cool. I know a little bit of Russian, so I was like, I could probably fucking hang out there.
Yeah.
But I don't do well in the cold.
Yeah, dude, it's like freezing.
Yeah. But man, it would be so.
Layers out there. That'd be cool to do though. Yeah, why not go for like a short trip or something like
Yeah, a
that?
little trip, St. Petersburg,
We'll wrestle a bear, drink some vodka.
drink some vodka, have some borscht, some caviar. Just say "Kechortu" all day long, dude. I would do well in Russia. I think I'd do well. What's amazing about the Russians is that they're all assholes, which is kind of fun. Because everyone's always like, "Oh, this culture, people are so nice." Nobody says that about the Russians.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "No, they're mean." Even the Russians are like, "Yeah, we're fucking mean people."
Yeah, I would expect cold, some sort of seafood dish or something mushy, and then most likely a bar fight at some point.
Yeah. Some mushy is good. Some mushy is good. You ever had like expensive caviar?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I think that'd be cool. Some kind of salmon dish. Yeah. Another one is Mongolia. I really wanted to go to Mongolia. See how they make the sweaters there. What do they call it? Cashmere sweaters.
Yeah.
And then Uzbekistan was the third.
Very interesting choices.
Yeah. Those are crazy.
You're going for experiences.
Dude, I'm
real
going for-
experiences. Unique.
Check out the Uzbekistan tour guide online. It's amazing out there because nobody knows what's going on out there. It's fucking. Everyone can be like, yeah, I went to Italy, but it's like, yeah, I went to fucking Uzbekistan.
Yeah, exactly. What?
Have you seen those people that do kind of like what you're doing, but they like go to Afghanistan? Have you seen that?
I think so. Are they like vacationing or are they living there? Or?
I think it's kind of both. They're like, I think they're living in an adjacent country, but they go visit Afghanistan.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
And they speak like Pashto or Farsi like fluently, and they're out there just getting escorted around by the Taliban, like because the Taliban's kind of into it. Dude, the Taliban's kind of funny. They have a Twitter page.
They're like, we've fallen off a little bit. We need to get our views up. Bring these guys in. Come on.
Dude, the Taliban going for views is hilarious.
Stock's gone down a little bit. We need to get this thing up. They're not sending us guns anymore.
They're not sending us. Dude, that's so funny.
Shipments have dropped. Slowing down.
Yeah, the Taliban, when they see these travel guys, they're always like, yeah, dude, we got to get these guys around, get them some views. They got that video out of them on the jungle gym. Remember that video when they took back over when we left?
Yeah, where they're just, I know
and they were in the jungle gym with AKs like, yeah, we out here fucking.
black freaking cloaks on. Just,
yeah.
It was wild.
That was crazy. No, they're evil. They're really bad, but it's kind of funny.
A brand deal with the Taliban.
Yeah, I'd probably go to Afghanistan. I think that would be kind of fun.
Try it out. Why not?
You would do it? You would check it out?
I would. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know how long I'd be there for. Probably
Yeah.
until something crazy happened. Then it'd be like, all right, we got to get out of here.
Would you go to Africa?
Yeah.
I think I'd go to Africa.
I think I'd go anywhere, man. Honestly, I mean, I like traveling. I like seeing the world. I want to do more of it. Honestly, I've been kind of hanging out in the same spot for a while. So, it's a question I get asked all the time is like, are you just gonna stay in Mexico forever? I don't think so.
There's a lot of beaches, man.
Yeah, a lot of beaches, a lot of places, and I've never even been overseas, which is wild. But yeah, I've never been overseas before.
You should go to France. Actually, you should go to Spain. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Because they got beaches. That's a good. That's an easy step from Mexico. You know.
Yeah.
Same language.
Same language, arch enemies.
Yeah. They're arch enemies.
Well, Spain, Mexico.
Yeah. I mean, I think they kind of like each other, right?
We're friends now. Yeah.
People from Mexico are always like, the Spanish speak Mexican like they're gay, or speak Spanish like they're gay, is what they say.
That's the TH.
Yeah, they're like, yo no sabe. Yeah.
Ibiza.
Ibiza. Yeah. I had a friend that went to Ibiza. That's a place I don't think I could go to. That's way too much of a party town for me. But Portugal is another one you could go to.
I go to Portugal. Yeah, definitely. I always hear good things. I always, little videos, TikToks, stuff will pop up on cool places like that. And I'm like, damn, I kind of want to get out. Explore a little bit more.
Well, you should do it.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it. Then you can make that. That's a good leap in content too. To be like, hey,
I know. The more I keep digging myself further in this hole with the Mexico stuff, which don't get me wrong, I love it. I do. But I do. I would like to see other places too.
yeah. What's another good one? Oh man, I like places outside of Europe. I feel like Europe is too touristy. I like going
Thailand or something. Or
Thailand would be cool. Vietnam,
yeah,
Australia. That's a good one.
dope.
Australia's a good one. Biggest one for me, Japan.
Okay.
So the thing about Japan is, they're not having kids. The Japanese ain't fucking, and
See
they're
opportunity. Start an army out there. I'm here to solve all the problems. No worries. Who's first?
Yo, I hear your dudes aren't fucking.
Guess what?
I got good news, brother.
Line them up.
Line them
man.
up, dude. These girls have been waiting. That's crazy. No, that's funny. I wasn't even going that direction, which is so funny. I was gonna say they're not fucking, which means there are not enough people buying real estate. The real estate there is cheap as hell because their population is in decline.
Even better, dude.
Yeah.
Start a little community out there, man.
You get on a nice little town with like by Mount Fuji or something. So you got a little view of a mountain. You get a good forest to hike in, and then the spas out there and the food in Japan. Oh.
Off the chain.
Bro, you get ramen and sushi in one country. That's crazy.
Well, I think I saw something. Aren't they selling the houses for like pretty cheap too? Like $1 or something like that? You see these things online.
Bro, it's like Detroit out there. They're just throwing real estate away.
I'll take two.
Yeah. The biggest issue with Japan is you can't do the whole thing you're doing because the time difference is insane.
Yeah. That's another thing too, man. I think one of the reasons why I've been sitting tight, sorry not to interrupt, but like reasons why I've kind of sat tight in Mexico for a while is because of the time zone stuff with the remote work. Like,
yeah.
Imagine taking
Perfect.
a fucking Zoom call at 3 a.m. I'll be like,
That would blow.
right.
That would
Tell
blow.
us why we're here today. Thanks for your time. Here's the agenda. Yeah,
I think
suck.
that's the best reason to go to Mexico is the time difference.
Yeah.
That is kind of a shitty part about being in the U.S. is that you can't really go anywhere else without that massive difference in time.
Right.
Like I even thought, like if you could go to Japan and just be like a trader, like just trading stocks,
Yeah.
but you'd have to
Markets,
wake up at I think actually, when does the stock market open? Like 8:00?
And get some sort of bot, some sort of AI bot that does it for you.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, I bet a lot of people do that though.
really,
Like have a bot or something. I think that's
Does it work?
probably.
kind of.
I just have a feeling like if
Beta.
everybody's doing it, it's like how good can it be? You got to be you got to be in the game. Like you got to be in
Yeah,
there
you gotta
to
be in
catch the tiny things. Like a lot of people hype up AI, but I still think it's not quite smart enough to pull that off in a way that really matters.
Right.
I can only imagine what hedge funds are doing. It's like there's some crazy AI. I bet they have insane shit that they're not even telling anybody about.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. That's crazy to think about, but that's where it's at.
But it's not rational. That's why I think a AI bot can't trade stocks that well, is because it's not a rational thing. The stock market is basically just emotions.
Yeah.
So how do you train a robot to like monitor that? You know what I mean? I don't think it can in a way that really matters. But maybe I'm stupid.
No, it's probably coming. Reasoning, logic, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Advanced reasoning models.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Japan is a big one though for me.
yeah, if you like, okay, so if you work for like an American company where like business is done out of the country, where like you're meeting with people in Japan, like other potential customers, and you're meeting them in person, yeah, that makes sense. You could do that. But to be like fully remote where you're depending on a time zone and you need to kind of work in that time zone, that's tough.
Well, there might be like specific jobs you can get in Japan as an English speaker There might be something you could do that isn't teaching English. I feel like a lot of people go to these other places and they just teach English and they get by doing that.
Seems pretty easy. I don't know if I could teach people English for long without.
Have you not done that in Mexico?
No.
No.
Or just work my little tech job and.
Yeah. My dad did that in Brazil. He was like doing, we'll just teach people English. It's a funny story. There's a guy we know in Brazil, and he's a British guy, lives down there, and he teaches English as like his way of getting by. Guy doesn't speak any Portuguese at all, not even a little bit. His method of teaching people English is he'll invite you out, and then you just get drunk with him.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. And then people are like, yeah, that's my English lesson for the day, is I just hung out with a British dude.
Drank some whiskey.
Just drink whiskey and fucking hang out with a British guy, and that's an English lesson. Which I guess is true. But the fact that you're paying for that is like, it's kind of strange.
Yeah. No, haven't done any English teaching or anything like that, but I know it's available. I've met people that do that. Time zones, though, that's a different one. That's a difficult one. But I think like owning like an online business or something like that would be really cool. Like if you had some sort of marketing agency or something where it's a little bit more less dependent on time zones.
If you were going to start a business, what would it be?
Probably something in marketing, advertising, social media, something like that.
Yeah.
Either some sort of like, kind of to start off, maybe something I already know how to do, like lead gen or, like marketing automations, funnels, landing pages, stuff like that. Almost maybe kind of freelancing and turning it into some sort of agency, something like that, or like some social media consulting. I don't know, something like that. So that way you have like full autonomy, full control over it. And you're just working with your clients directly, and you can kind of, live in places that you want to live in, and work with your clients. And you get to choose your clients too, right? So if they're like weird about the time zone, or if they need you to be like fucking at their beck and call, or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't have to hire them. You don't have to work with them.
Yeah.
You work with people who already know you, like you, and trust you, and they're willing to work with you on your location and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I've seen your content too.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they would find me.
Yeah.
So they already know.
It's actually pretty funny. There's a guy I know. Actually, so it's my fantasy football league. We got a cameo for a guy that does Instagram videos to read off like who's going to be going first of the round picks. And I was like, what?
Awesome.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. And it was so cool because we were like, damn, paid $50 for that cameo. That's amazing. And it was like, that guy probably gets a cameo request maybe every other day, And that's a good way to live. You could just be like, that's not a bad thing. People make fun of like, man, I'd hate to be on Cameo. That's like B-list celebrity shit. But I'm like, I don't know, man. That sounds kind of dope, actually. Setting up cameos.
There's all kinds of ways to make money online.
Yeah.
And if you're living in a place where it's like super affordable and inexpensive, I mean, you don't need to make more than what, $200-$300 a day.
What's your rent in Mexico?
So it's 14,000 pesos. So it's like what, $730 a month?
$730.
Yeah. A couple blocks from the beach. Got a pool at the top. Fast Wi-Fi. It's modern.
Yeah,
we
that
got
is
electricity.
Nice.
We got water. We got running water. We got toilets.
You got water out there, bro? Hey, yo, you guys got water, dude?
They just installed oxygen. We've got oxygen out there. No,
yeah, they talking about the client list out there? They talking about Epstein out there?
Epstein, yeah, they got it under wraps out there, but yeah, it's coming out soon.
Yeah, who's like have you learned anything about Mexican politics or what they're talking about?
Not so much into like detail, but I just know that
they got that lady president, right?
Lady president, yeah. The current president, yep. What do you want to know?
You don't know?
No, what do you want to know?
I don't know. I'm just wondering like what the word on the street is in Mexico.
Oh,
like,
okay, gotcha. I mean, there's.
Do they hate Trump over there? Like a general vibe, you know?
General vibe, no. I'm just thinking here, like different places I've been to. No, it's not. That's the thing, dude. It's not like politics aren't really like a focus. They're really not. Like,
Damn, so they're just chilling.
for the most, just working, just providing a life for themselves, just trying to provide for their families, just doing their thing, and on days off are like a big thing because everybody works quite a bit. But like on days off, people are just spending time with their family, going to the beach, hanging out, doing what they need to do.
I see what you mean now about how like you come back here and you feel like you're back into the fray.
Yeah.
Because like everyone there is just probably just day to day. They're not worried about the big picture at all.
Yeah, not so much. I mean, and what was I going to say about, so like the quality of life, I think it's just a little bit higher, at least.
Right.
But also like, me being a foreigner, I'm only speaking from my perspective, right? Like if I was there, from Mexico originally, having to work as much as, like as locals do, making the wages that they make, I'd probably be singing a different story right now.
Right.
But for the most part, like people aren't sitting around like arguing about politics or pick a side or Trump this or liberal that or whatever. And it's not really like that. I think people are just kind of. So the big thing there, I think, is just these days, like it's corruption, government corruption. That's like a big thing there is. It's like you want to see the government do good and you're kind of listening to what they're saying, you're trusting and hoping that it works. But then it's like when you see one article about something good coming and the next day there's another article about some big narco event that happened. And it's like, what is the government doing about the cartels and the narco terrorism?
So that's the big thing, is talking about the corruption.
Yeah.
Have you seen any kind of crazy narco activity while you were there?
Yeah, I have. I've seen some stuff out there.
What was it?
Okay, so it's usually kind of like the aftermath, but I mean, like, I've seen. And so, okay, I'm trying to think of how to say this the best way. That kind of stuff.
Say it the worst way.
Somebody's gonna come after me like, "Oh, this guy's a fucking no," or whatever. You never know who's watching, but
yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just say that with all that stuff, the narco stuff, it's like it only happens like domestically, internally, and usually, if anything happens, like the crazy headlines, like, "Oh, whatever happened in Mexico, homicide or some crazy stuff, cartels."
Yeah,
it's usually that's something that's already linked to, like the narco activity. Like anytime you see some sort of crazy headline, it's usually somebody who was buying drugs or buying girls or something crazy like that where they got themselves involved. And it doesn't really happen with like foreigners, people, visiting or like that kind of stuff. It doesn't really usually happen with like foreigners unless they get themselves in some sort of crazy stuff. But like, I mean, I've seen situations where like where I'm at now in like Quintana Roo, Playa del Carmen, like the taxi cab stuff is kind of crazy. So there was one night where we were walking around. I was walking back home, and there was like 10 cop cars, like Mexican police cars, pulled over one particular cab, and apparently this cab didn't have license plates. So that's usually like a huge red flag. Like if a cab's driving around without license plates, like they're usually tied to something. And then that same location where they had the cab pulled over, like 2 days later, there was a big news article about like the place being shot up and the owner being killed, and they had the whole place duct tape or police taped off. So yeah, like that kind of stuff happened, but it's all internal, like, and it's usually tied to some sort of extortion or some sort of narco criminal activity kind of stuff. Yeah. So that's the closest that I've been really to anything like that. But I mean, like driving around and stuff, man, like trucks usually are kind of a good signal. Like if it's, if you see some big old truck, it's usually, that's kind of, anyway, that's the kind of the perception is like, here in Texas,
something's happening.
Yeah. Like here in Texas, like everyone has a big ass truck, but like in Mexico, if you see a big truck or some sort of truck with dark tinted windows, and they've got the rack on the back, and they've bigger tires and stuff like that. It's not just like a Texas lifted truck. It's
That's so funny.
Most might be. There's a good chance it might be like
so like a high quality, expensive tinted truck is always like
it could be. Not always. It could be.
Could be.
That's what most people usually say is that it's oh, that's narco. Careful.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. Yeah. That is something that you notice when you come here, especially from even another state. When you're in Texas, is just the number of fucking trucks.
Yeah, they're all lifted.
They're all lifted. Man.
I'm here now, and I'm like, dude, that's like $1,500 payment. That's an $800 payment right there.
I know, man.
For Austin, like, yeah, okay, but yeah.
Some people,
trucks, though, you need them.
Dude, they don't though. That's the thing. I think these people are so fucking stupid. I have a huge pet peeve about trucks because there are some guys who they only own a truck because it's like an ego. It's like an identity that they need to have a truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I have to have a truck or I'm a bitch. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you could just be a guy with a Subaru. Like, that's fine. Just not even a Subaru. Like, you don't even need the car for lesbians. You need just a random car.
Just need a vehicle.
Just a vehicle is fine.
The Waymo, dude.
Dude, a Waymo is fine. And a truck, like you said, let's say $80,000 car.
Yeah.
For the back to never be used.
To never be used.
Yeah. Unless your friend is moving, then you can be like, yeah, I got a truck. It's like, dude, get rid of that.
Yeah.
Get a fucking Civic.
15 miles to the gallon.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Yeah, even the 4Runner I had only got like 20 miles to the gallon, and then when I got it lifted and put bigger tires and stuff on it, it went down to like 16 miles. And that was just a 4Runner.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and that was back when gas was like $4 a gallon.
I'd want one of those like little shitty trucks. You know what I'm talking about?
Little pickup.
It's like rusted and kind of
yeah. Like an old school Tacoma or a Ford Ranger or something.
Yeah, and it's like tiny. Nice. Those are cool.
Yeah.
Like that truck from the movie Cars.
Yeah.
Like one of those. Yeah. That truck was definitely racist in that movie. They didn't talk about that, but for sure that guy was. Yeah. Well, what else is going on? So, yeah, we knew each other from Op City, mortgages.
Yeah.
You talked to any of the Kratzes?
The Kratzes? No. No. I haven't really talked. I don't really talk to a whole lot of people, to be honest with you, from back in the day, unless it's through like Instagram or Facebook or something like that.
Yeah, I talked to Danny maybe like 6 months ago. That was someone.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's always just like, man, we're making fucking money over here, bro. We're fucking.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah. I like that guy. He just has such a distinct way of talking. He's like, hey, it's the kid.
The kid. Those are good times, man. I miss that. I miss the whole Op City vibe. It was a lot of fun, actually.
Dude, the startup life was so fun. Great, man. Because we were working at a startup.
Yeah.
And, man, I was actually talking about it yesterday. Like, working at a startup is probably the best job to have. Because everyone's just vibing. Everyone's having a good time. It's very chill. I remember that job sucked as soon as Realtor.com bought it.
Yeah.
Because then all these, like, they started implementing these little massive corporate things.
Stuff. It's like, all right, fun's over.
And it's like, oh, this
started
is
moving leadership around and rebranding and reframing everything. Restructuring, sorry, yeah.
I remember they hired this manager for the lender team that was like a Harvard graduate. Oh, and I was like, why is she... Harvard. Like, why Harvard? I was like, what is this?
It's a sales team.
Yeah, it's a sales team. And then I realized, like, oh, it's just like a corporate bullshit role. That's what this is.
Yeah. I could understand if we were doing, like, hardcore, like, real, true enterprise level SaaS, where it took, it was like $1 million a month deals, where it's almost like a Salesforce type of program. But, I mean, for what we were doing, no, man, I think we were fine with what we had going on.
With what we were doing.
Yeah, just pumping out some live transfers.
Live transfers. I'll never forget the first phone call I heard of someone on the sales floor. I think it was Jacob Sabagal, shout out. He was like, he would call this guy, and he would say, he was like, "You gonna buy leads, huh? You buying these leads?" And the guy was like, "No, man, I'm not gonna." He's like, "Don't be a bitch, dude." Like he would just say the craziest shit to these guys on the phone. Like, "You're being a bitch right now. Come on, brother, hit me up. Yeah. I know you want these. I know you want these." And the guy on the other side of the phone would be like, "I don't know, like maybe." It was great.
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jacob got away with a lot of that stuff because he was like one of the OGs on that team. And
yeah.
He just had his own style, and people trusted him to do that. I think if we would have tried to do that.
Oh, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
You know, it was interesting. One day he parroted me on the phone.
Jake did?
And it was
nice.
Crazy, the shit he was like, "Call him a bitch right now, do it." And I'm like, "You're being a bitch." And it was like me doing it.
Guys like, "What, dude?"
He's like, "What'd you say?" And then he'd be like, "Now double down, say you're being a bitch." And he was parroting me doing this. And eventually the guy was, it stopped even being a demo. It just kind of turned into like banter. Yeah. Where the guy was like, "I would never buy your product." And I'm like, "Why not? Because you're lame?"
You're a bitch.
Yeah, because you're a bitch. Yeah.
You sound like a real bitch right now.
You sound like a bitch. And then he'd be like, "No, you're a bitch."
Why
but
are
it was
you
like
saying that. I don't know, man. I'm just what they're telling me to say. It's in the script.
But eventually the guy at the end was like, he's like, "Dude, you're pretty good at this. You want a job? I would hire you. This is pretty fun."
Oh shit.
But that was that Yodel sales where it was like you just keep them on the phone. Like that's all that matters is just, are they on the phone for a long period of time?
Yeah.
And eventually they're like, "Well, I did just talk to this guy for 2 hours. What am I not gonna buy his shit?" Yeah.
That works, dude. Especially, I mean, for like the mortgage clients that we were talking to, like they're the same way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And a lot of those, you kind of have to speak their language a little bit. I don't think that strategy, I feel like, doesn't work so well in like the SaaS tech world that is now.
Yeah,
like that shit don't fly. Everything's banned and fucking all these sales methodologies.
You're selling to like people that are listening to these all day, and they're like pretty professional people. Yeah. We had the benefit of selling to realtors and mortgage people who are sellers.
Salespeople, yeah.
So they kind of appreciate they kind of appreciate you being a little bit gritty.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. They're like, "Okay, yeah, this is cool. I like it."
Yeah. I think like the Yodel stuff, those guys are selling to like contractors and blue collar people too. I don't think the strategy would work with like fintech bros or AI engineers now and data scientists and shit like that. I don't think you can get away with it.
You would not be able to get away with that. Like, "You're being a bitch, dude."
This guy starts crying.
He's like, "Oh my God." Checking his Apple Pro for his heart rate, like,
His swoop rings going on. Stress levels are high.
Yeah, this is throwing me off. I don't know if I can be on this call much longer. Yeah, but when you were calling the mortgage guys, you could say whatever the fuck you wanted. Mm-hmm. I remember I had this one sale where I did the whole demo with the guy. It was normal, and it was when I was starting to get used to this. And the guy was like, "Yeah, I think we're gonna pass on it." And I remember just being like, "Dude, come on, bro.
Come on."
I was like, "Come on, dude." And he goes, "No, I don't think we can." And I'm like, "Come on. And he goes, "All right. I mean, we'll give it a try."
Send it out. Let's go. Love it. That's great.
I was like, I can't believe how easy this shit is. I remember for months I was in a hole where I didn't understand how to do it. I was like, I will never figure out how to do sales. And then the moment I stopped caring and I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to say whatever on the phone, it started working. I was like, holy shit, this is what they want. They just want me to say, fuck the demo.
Yep.
At the end, I was just...
How much does it cost?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I would call people and be like, "I'm selling leads. What's up, bro?" And he's like, "That's sick. How are they good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they're pretty tight. You want me to tell you about them?" I'm like, "Yeah, we transferred to a realtor. We transferred to these people."
Yeah.
And then that was enough for some people. And then they had this. Then they started giving us that little piece of paper, which was like, you at least have to tell them these things at the very least. You know.
They started listening to everybody's calls, the quality team, and then everybody started getting written up. It's like,
yeah.
We were all worried that they were going to go back and listen to all of our calls.
Oh yeah.
People were.
That was when
I was gone by then anyway.
Yeah, that's when I quit. I quit because they started listening to all of our calls. that's when I was like, I can't be here anymore. The final straw for me was I was on a call with this guy, and the guy was cussing a lot.
Oh, shit.
A lot. He was saying fuck, shit, fuck. And so I started cussing. I was like, all right, he's cussing, I'm going to cuss, fuck it. And so while I'm giving him the contract and he's reading over it, and then he signs it, he gives me the credit card and all that stuff, and we're bantering back and forth. He's cussing, I'm cussing. I get the deal. Closed. Perfect call. I get a review from my new manager, the Harvard lady. And she was like, we reviewed your call, and we're going to have to give you a write-up because you were cussing on the phone call. And I was like, you listened to the whole call, right? And she goes, yeah, I did. And I was like, you know that he was cussing the whole time. I feel like it's standard operating procedure for sales. If he cusses 3 times, I can cuss, right? Yeah. That's standard. And she was like, I'm sorry, but that's the way. As soon as I got off that call, I was like, I have to leave this job. I can't be here anymore. I can't do this. That's the whole new vibe. I noticed that too, man. Like, that's just like old school sales. Or I guess we can call it old school. Like that was the kind of sales vibe we had, right? Because that's what worked. We were crushing it. Yeah. And then this new kind of, well, we heard your call, and it's just like I think it's just corporate. It's corporate bullshit, is what that is. And what that tells me is what I hear when I hear that review is that the stock of the company is now more important than my sale. Right. Yeah. That's what I hear. The company's stock and image is becoming way more valuable than the sale. And if that's the case, why the fuck am I here? Right. Why am I doing this? You know what I mean? You could have a banana making these calls. Like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't matter who's calling at that point. Writing up like the top people. Yeah. It's like, dude, I didn't just start cussing. I was just marrying him. I was just like, rolling with, and it worked, right? If I'm on the phone with a Mormon, I won't be cussing. Exactly. I'm reading the vibe. I'm talking about God. We're preaching. We're doing a prayer at the end of the call. May this man have a good sales experience. I'm in. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in. I'm locked in. I'm doing my job. You write me up for that too? Writing me up for doing my fucking job? Yeah. Dumb bitch. No, I'm joking. That's crazy. That's crazy. So smart, but so dumb. Yeah. It's interesting though, man. I worked for another tech company after Op City and all that stuff. That it was just like a totally different vibe. Like, how we were on the phones all the time. That's what we had with the GTP and all that stuff. Yeah. We had to be on the phones. That's just how we made our money, and we liked it. It wasn't like we forced our, whatever. But like, if you were having a bad day, the guy next to you was crushing it, and you're like, all right, fuck, I'm gonna get on the phone, and vice versa. And you hear other people saying shit, and you're like, oh, that sounded fucking good. I'm gonna say that on my next call. You're just like in there. You're in the zone. I worked for another company that was like the complete opposite. These fuckers were just like really good at email sequences. What do you mean? Like, okay, well, they weren't even really good at email sequences. Like, nobody. Oh, like they're not calling. They're just like calling. They're emailing. Email guys. Email sales team. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Remember, like at Op City, it was a bad thing if you emailed somebody. Yeah, if you were the email guy, like, you're an idiot. You emailed this guy 2 times. Why don't you fucking call him? Yeah. All right. But over there, it's like the opposite. It's like, I've sent him 6 weeks of email sequences, and he hasn't opened one. Well, you probably cleaned up because you were calling. Foreign language to these guys. That's like, so funny. Has anybody thought of picking up a phone? That's amazing. They're like, well, you mean like calling people? It's like, yes, like a lot, like until somebody picks up and somebody buys. Who are you selling to? Mortgage people. Really? Mortgage people. That's fucking crazy that nobody thought of that. Yeah. And they were just like, well, we're going to have to talk to, the fucking typical fucking, we're going to have to have a meeting about it, and we're going to have to talk to these people. Oh, my God. Like, and then they fucked it all up. See, that's what fucks shit up is people throwing shit up the chain, and then it just gets lost, Yeah. So we just do like power hours, right? And I'd be like, okay, well, maybe if we don't want to call all day, how about I just throw it in the Slack? I'd be like, hey guys, I'm going to do a live cold calling power hour. Build some team culture between 2 to 3 today. If you guys want to come, meet me in War Room, one of the fucking rooms, little office buildings. Like a War Room, love that. You know how the offices, they all have these fucking just really intense names, but it's anywho. Like meet me in a War Room B down the hall.
So I'd go in there and then a couple people will join and they're just like I was just invented fire. Like people had never seen anybody make a sales call. I was like, where the fuck did you guys come from? How did you even get these jobs?
How did the CEO or the sales trainer, like the sales manager, how did none of these people know that wasn't something that?
It's just the vibe there. It was just the vibe there, the whole vibe of it. I mean,
I will say this though, there was a streak I went on emails at Op City.
they do work.
And it cleaned up. What I did, so I got in trouble, but ended up working out. I did a filter on all of the CRM, like HubSpot. I did a filter to get all my favorite, I actually filtered out the worst companies like Plains Capital and fucking like
the banks that weren't going to buy.
Yeah, the
basically.
banks that would never buy. I filtered all of them out, and then I filtered out everything that was in ROE. So within like Edward McCall. So I had a whole list of leads, and I emailed every single person on that list. Like, hey, we're selling this, we're doing that. Do you want to check it out? Immediately, like 3 sales. Nice. Immediately, 3 demos, 3 sales. It was crazy. And it was because everybody was in the calling jag, right? Everybody was just calling. And it's funny how, like, you know, different companies kind of get stuck into like a hole where like this is all they do. And there's other ways to prospect. You know? Another thing
it's good to have both, man. Have like the automations working in the background while you're calling, and now, you know, LinkedIn, social selling and stuff like that is, but I don't know, dude.
LinkedIn is, I feel like, a fucking black hole.
I think it's good for promoting yourself, posts and stuff like that. And you can get people to potential clients or potential company pages or something like that to comment on your shit.
Do you post videos on LinkedIn?
Nah, I don't touch LinkedIn.
Yeah, neither do I.
I haven't really. Maybe I should get back on there, but
I feel like LinkedIn is good if you're doing. What's that?
So cringy.
It is cringy.
Super cringy.
It's cringy. It's good if you're doing social media posts that are extremely business oriented.
Yeah.
And not personal in like any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Also, so I don't. Yeah. I guess I thought about this too. I was like, man, should I be posting on LinkedIn? If I had like my own business, and if I was the CEO of whatever business, right, and I had my own thing that was like a legitimate product, legitimate company kind of thing going on, I would definitely be on LinkedIn trying to just get customers, leads, just trying to whatever get business that way.
Yeah.
But I always see people that go super hard for the company that they work for. It's not, hi, my name is, it's Richard. It's Richard with fucking whatever, something, whatever the company is. It's always like that's at Op City. It's Richard with Op City, right?
Yeah.
It's not just Richard. It's Richard with Op City. So you're always like using your personal page to advertise on behalf of some company.
Yeah.
And then, they go super hard, and they're every post is always some sort of like, like a self-reflective moment in their personal life, and always tied to the company. It's like,
so
God damn,
lame.
dude, like, don't do that. And then 2 days later, they get laid off. It's like, what the fuck?
I really found a home here at
week 1 at so-and-so.
Week 1 working as a teller at Wells Fargo, and I found my home and a true family.
The team here is great. The culture is top notch, and some fucking.
And then 3 weeks later, they're doing it for another company.
Yeah.
Looking for work. Yeah, I think it's great for recruiters. Like if you're doing that, then it's actually not a bad.
Find candidates and stuff.
But I think LinkedIn is just a sad place. It's so sad.
Yeah,
I see people posting there sometimes, and I'm like, man, what do you? I just, like you said, it's just, you're not being yourself. You're just like,
Every post is like some sort of AI chat generated thing. You can always tell. But
so happy to be working at this and that. It's like, no, it's.
There's a couple pages that are actually like comedy pages on LinkedIn that just make fun of LinkedIn stuff. It's my favorite.
Those are the so
best.
Funny, actually. Yeah. Holy shit. I bet that's a riot.
It's very funny. There's a guy named Austin Nasso. He's like a comedian, but I think he was like an engineer for a while. I follow him on LinkedIn. He's always posting some funny ass shit. Making fun of, like, when you go read his posts, it's like super satire, super sarcastic. And it'll just be like, oh, the other day I was in line pumping gas and I ran into a venture capitalist. And one thing that I learned from this like moment is in my own life as I reflect as I'm pumping gas is I should be doing more for the shareholders, some shit like this.
That
It's
is
super funny.
so funny. Have you seen that guy that oh man, he's also a comedian, and what he'll do is he'll email companies and be like, can we get an interview with your CEO about his recent expression about how he like hates black people or something, and then they're like, no, we refuse to, this is definitely not going to be a release, we don't want to do that, he refuses to comment on that. And you'd be like, does he refuse because he hates them so much? And he's just trolling this page, and they're like, no, definitely he does not. We would make a public message that he is actually very okay with black people. And then he keeps pushing it. So he's like, so he does admit that he did say at one point that he hated,
shit.
and he's just trolling these big pages. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then he did another one where he opened up a fake Facebook account pretending to be Wendy's, like the Wendy's corporate account. And then he would just say the most fucked up things to people on the Facebook comments where he's like, Wendy's says go fuck yourself. It was so
I think
good.
I've seen that before. Does he have like brown hair?
Yeah.
And he does like the...
And he talks in a
the
monotone.
green screen, yeah,
Yeah,
monotone.
and he has like a
He's
PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I think I've seen those. Those are funny.
Those are so funny, dude. It's amazing. Yeah. LinkedIn is definitely a sad place.
Yeah, I think so. But it could be useful, I think, if you had your own thing going on. But I've seen so many people, like I was saying, just go hard for some company, and then they're, getting riffed 2 weeks later, and then they're open to work, and then they're doing it all over again in some other company, and then they're, laid off again. It's like, yo, you just talk about yourself. I'd honestly rather get to know more about you than whatever fucking SaaS product you're wailing about
true.
over here. You know what I mean?
That's true. Because that's the one thing that remains consistent when you get fired.
Yeah,
It's
that's
you.
what people interview for anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like, how many times you go apply for tech jobs and they want to know more about you?
Yeah. It's
So, like-
always about you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I think that's the thing that people forget. That's why I think LinkedIn, it's not that LinkedIn is sad. It's just it's full of people that don't understand that the most valuable thing they have is themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're all over there. They're all talking about the company they work for and how great the company is. And it's like, no, dude, you. Who the fuck are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was like, there was a point where I was posting, I was giving it a shot, and I was always talking about like customers that I was helping, but I wasn't necessarily like mentioning the company. I was trying to say more of like how I helped this
Right.
customer and the problem that they came in with, and how I provided a solution. It wasn't necessarily even about the product. It was more about like me just trying to showcasing my skills of like active listening,
Yes.
problem solving, being
That's smart.
relatable, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah,
so
that's smart.
Where it kind of like low key kind of self advertises yourself, but also tells a story, and it's entertaining. There's no tag of whatever Telomere Corp shit or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
That is very smart. That actually made me think I should do something like that.
Just tell a customer story.
Because that's one thing that's going to remain consistent. Like I'll probably do mortgages for my whole life. So if I just tell stories like, hey, this is
Bro, yeah.
how I dealt with this situation. This is how this loan went. This is how that went. That remains consistent. The company doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and one thing I learned about like social media stuff too is that like if you're any sort of business page or you're talking about any sort of product or whatever, like, and you're telling your customer story, like your shit's never gonna go viral, but low key you're gonna get a lot of customers and you're gonna generate a lot of leads from quality type of videos versus like super duper viral stuff. So like when I was
that's
posting
true.
on like my mortgage page for Instagram, I was like, man, none of these videos are getting any fucking views. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then I started telling customer stories, and I would just get like DMs and stuff like that all the time from people.
Because that shit, it hits for the people that are actually trying to buy.
Yeah.
But the people, the clicky viral stuff, because
Scrolling entertainment.
it's
type
entertainment.
shit. Yeah.
And that's why I started doing comedy, is because I was like, I think I'm better at just making funny videos than I am at actually generating business on this app. Because I would make those videos where I was just like, these are funny videos, but they're mortgage topic related.
Yeah.
And I would get a lot of views, but nothing would happen. Like no business would come from it. And I was like, I think I just like making the videos. Like, this shit is just fun to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to lean into that and then do mortgage as like, you know, in the background.
Right.
Yeah, that was the biggest revelation I had from doing it. Because you're totally right. Like, the people that are out there doing the videos that are like heartfelt about clients and they care, they get business.
Yeah, a lot.
I didn't care. I was like, no, I just want a funny video. I think it's just funny to make a funny video. But
yeah. So that's what I would do. Yeah. Start telling your customer story. It's just like, because it's like the same, like I said, it's the same shit they would ask you about in an interview. The STAR framework, you know, what is it? Situation, task, action, and result. Just that's what they're going to ask you in your interview anyway. So might as well just make your content about that exact same thing and just post that shit every day. Anytime I run into any little demo I would have with somebody, I'd be looking for that story or that kind of content to pull from that conversation, and I'd go post that on LinkedIn.
yeah.
You know, some sort of...
Yeah, that's smart. That is very smart. I think that's something that a lot of people should know is don't even like, virality is the thing that people are so addicted to, and they want virality, but it's like what you want to be is authentic.
Yeah.
And if you're doing that with 200 views, you'll go way farther.
At the end of the day, you only need one view. You just need the one view that's going to get you that next job offer, that next big deal.
That's true. You just have to think, like, what are you actually doing it for?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Make it incredibly intentional.
If you're doing it for money, then just do videos and try to make money. If you're doing it for views, then do it for views. If you're doing it for, because you're actually like, this is something I learned and it's going to be helpful, then do it for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you get a lot of views on your videos. It's crazy. I was looking at your page the other day. I was like, holy shit. I thought I got a lot of views, but damn, bro, that's impressive, man.
And again, it was because I came to a moment on my mortgage page where I was like, why am I doing this? I make a video every day that's mortgage related, and I started losing views, and I was like, why am I doing this? I'm doing it just because I like making a good video.
Yeah, right.
So then I was like, I think the thing that's holding me back is the business, like the mortgage side. I need to get rid of that. And when I did that, blew up. And it was because I was being honest with myself, like, I don't want to be, I just want to be silly. That's like, that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be silly. And I wanted that little professional piece to be like, oh, I'm still a professional. But now that I'm just like free of that, I can, I think it's more authentic,
Yeah.
But
you also probably don't feel that pressure to talk about mortgage or anything like that, because it's like, oh shit, I forgot to mention fucking pre-approvals. Don't forget, you need a pre-approval. Give me a call. Rates are, whatever.
And I hated that because I felt salesy, and it's so.
There goes the video.
I was sitting there like, I got to make it about rates or something, and I had all these ideas in my phone that were just not related to mortgage at all.
Yep.
And I was like, let me just do that. Fuck it. And since then, it was way better. So I think it's just being honest with what you like. And this is something like real estate agents would talk to me about. They'd be like, how do you do video? How do you do? And I think a big thing, like for really successful realtors, is don't talk about real estate.
Yeah.
Talk about other shit. Like, what do you do? Like, you hike? Go on a hike. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And film yourself on a hike. You like going to Mexico. You filmed yourself going to Mexico. People authentic.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I like being silly. I film myself being silly. What do you like doing? There are some people out there that are actually just, their hobby is real estate. That's crazy to me.
Sifting through contracts and driving through open houses.
And they make great videos because that's actually what they love doing.
Yeah.
But you have to be honest with yourself. Like, do you honestly love real estate, or is it just a way to make money?
Job,
yeah. And that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Agreed, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. But I like mortgage. It's just.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think I'd probably get back into it at some point. Not anytime soon. But like,
Not like ever, but just, you know.
yeah, maybe if it was like, when rates went down or something like that. Yeah, sure. I still get realtors and people that reach out for stuff, and I just like refer them out or whatever.
Yeah, and thanks for those, by the way. And I'm joking. I'm kidding.
I actually had somebody reach out the other day. I didn't know if they were still looking or not, but if they are, I'll send them your way.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So I noticed that too. Like whenever I don't know, I was playing around my mortgage page, my Instagram page, and I started doing these like series of like mortgage on the rocks videos where I would make cocktails and try to throw in some cool tips about mortgages or something like that. And I realized like, damn, this is like a 4-minute video of me just making a drink, having fun making a drink, and then 10 seconds of
Yeah, by the way,
tip.
rates are crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So here's how to make a mezcal Negroni. You do this, do that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, so mortgage tip of the day is make sure that you get pre-approved before going making an offer on a house. Or give me a call, right? Some stupid shit like that. So, yeah, you got to really just kind of find out what you actually enjoy doing and make your stuff about that.
Yeah. I think that's very important. And that's the thing that a lot of realtors struggle with, is because you see a lot of those people that are just doing the same old shitty clickbaity videos, and it's like, no, dude, what do you fucking like doing, bro? Like, what do you actually like doing?
Yeah. Mortgage is tough, dude, because it's like it's not that interesting. Realtors, you can go to a house, beautiful house.
Yeah.
People love that shit. It's visually,
Love
exciting, but what are you going to do? Sit at a desk and
yeah, mortgage is so fucking
talk
boring,
about fucking
dude.
HMDA or the, HUD housing, FHA guideline.
It's a miracle that people watch those videos at all that I made, because I was like, God, this shit is so fucking lame. And then I would watch real estate agents, and they're like touring this
Drones
beautiful
and shit. Yeah,
home, and I'm like,
exactly.
damn, see, that's content, that's good shit.
Yeah.
But me, I'm over here just, yeah, dude.
How is the housing market over here in Austin?
Fucking blows, man. Like, real estate here is, you're either buying a new build, or you're paying in cash, or you're not buying anything.
Or you're renewing your lease.
Yes, or you're renewing and leases, dude. Renting is cheap right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, dude. You know why? Because a lot of people moved here, and then a lot of people left.
Oh shit!
So we had a decline, actually, I think, in population here. So
Where'd everybody go?
Dude, back to their shitty state.
Finally, it might be a perfect time to come back.
Yeah, dude. But rents have actually gone down, but real estate isn't going down. Real estate's kind of staying where it's at, because these sellers are like, my home is still worth $800,000,
yeah.
and it's like, dude, no, it's not. Your house blows.
Should have sold it when you had the chance.
And the new builds are just, they keep on making them, and they're paying everybody a shitload of money to buy a new build. So it's like, why on earth would I buy this crappy house that needs a new roof when I could go buy a new build that's fine?
Yeah.
Like, why would I do that? But that's what's happening right now. And eventually, it's going to tank.
Yeah.
Eventually, everyone's going to be like, fuck, dude, I have to sell this place. Just give it away. They're going to have to.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for that break, but I think it still hasn't quite happened yet. Like, it is dipping down, but I think eventually it's just going to keep going down until rates come back up. Or come back down. But I don't know if rates will ever come back down. So
yeah, I was driving around, or I was scooting around East Austin earlier. It's changed a lot, man. Austin's changed quite a bit.
dude, East Austin's hilarious to me, because you'll see just like a beautiful mansion next to just a pile of dog shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, those people paid full price on that house probably.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Remodeled it.
Yeah, a lot of people got fucked on real estate here too. That's something that people don't talk about.
Damn.
Yeah, because like you said, you buy those properties out in East Austin, and then value goes down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, well, but
and the hood comes back.
the hood will rise
what?
again.
Yeah. The hood is back.
Oh, we're so back, dude.
Yeah. Where all the new builds coming in at? Is it still like mostly here, like East Austin kind of ish area?
Yeah, there's a lot of shit around here, like Easton Park. You know what that is?
Dude, I fucking put money down on a house there a couple of years ago.
Oh,
right
you
around the same time you bought
fucked
this
up,
house,
bro.
and I backed out of it because at
Oh
the
my
time
God.
my rent was like $1,100, and I didn't want my mortgage payment to be $1,700.
Oh no.
Stupid. Yeah.
Hate to see it.
Yeah.
Hate to see it. Yeah, Easton Park, dude, the taxes out there are fucking crazy though.
Really? Are they higher?
Oh, they're insanely high. Because they apparently it was a swamp and they had to drain that swamp, but they had to borrow a bunch of money from the state, and the way they pay it back is through taxes, but they're charging all the people there extra property taxes. So I have a friend that lives out there, fucking, I think it's like a $500,000 home. Taxes are like $1,200 a month. Can you imagine that?
Man, that's insane. That is crazy. That's like one of the things that kind of sucks about like Austin or whatever, Texas. The property taxes are just crazy out here. They really are.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's
You remember
unfortunate.
Illinois? Remember doing loans out there?
Yeah.
They were pretty bad out there too.
Taxes?
Yeah, their taxes were shit out there. They used to get a rebate when they would buy a house. Like they would get that rebate for their down payment and shit, but the taxes were pretty fucking high. Atlanta was fucking cheap though.
Yeah, I remember like Atlanta, Florida, Colorado, I think Virginia, pretty cheap taxes. Like less than 1% or something like that.
Yeah, those were fucking cheap.
Yeah.
But Texas,
Gotta get that credit right. Gotta get that credit score right. Taxes are good. When we were working leads, that was interesting.
those are fun times though.
Yeah, it was fun.
I used to get these calls at like fucking. I used to get those like text messages up till like 10 o'clock at night, and people would be like, "Is it okay to be talking?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, let's do it. Let's do an app."
You got
baby.
a new lead. Click the link to connect now. Shit.
I used to love taking
Get on the
those.
phone real quick. What's your credit score? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I would never do that.
dude. I actually was doing.
Yeah, no, you have to do that.
I would.
Yeah,
I would
What's
be
your
on the phone with those people. Like, first thing I would ask is, "Do you have a down payment? What is your credit score that you think? Like, what do you think it is?"
down payment? Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
No. You have a down payment.
Man, I'm down as fuck, bro. Because you gotta know, like, and then you gotta tell them right away, like, look, if you don't have a down payment, we're gonna have to do down payment assistance, and that kind of blows. It's more work, and it's like not great, and it's more expensive.
Yeah,
But if you're okay with it, like, yeah, we can talk about that.
yeah. People don't understand.
But people don't understand that. Yeah, so you have to tell them like the most dumb, easy way so that they get it.
And even when you show them the numbers, they're like, "Wait a minute, I thought it was free.
Yeah.
I thought the down payment assistance was free. Down payment assistance is not free. You may have to pay nothing a whole lot up front, but you're gonna pay for it in the interest rate."
What was the lowest credit score you saw? I think I saw one in the 300s at one point.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah.
Got them approved, baby. Got them approved.
Yeah,
Just kidding. No, that's fucking impossible.
I did close one guy that had a 530.
That makes sense. You could do that.
Yeah, he had a lot of money down. He had like $100,000 to put down.
Wow. Yeah, you can do that, man.
Yeah.
530. That'd be a good story to tell.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I had this one dude that day before closing, he only had to show up to closing with $2,000.
Solid.
Solid. He was a veteran.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He only needed $2,000. The day before closing, he's not answering his phone.
Ooh.
I'm calling. I'm like, what's going on, man? Do you have the 2,000? Eventually, his wife answers the phone, and she goes, "This man couldn't go 2 weeks without spending his whole paycheck down at the strip club." Damn. And then she hung up the phone, and I never heard from them again. It's crazy.
Mortgage. Real estate.
Blew his money at a strip club.
And the wife wasn't even mad.
I mean, she sounded mad.
Oh, okay.
She sounded very mad.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they probably got divorced. But I never talked to that guy again. And I remember I laid it out for him, so I was like, dude,
Did you try calling him again or anything like that? I probably wouldn't have called that guy
Nah,
back.
I didn't call him back
I'm
after
not done
that.
with this guy no more.
Dude, you can't. $2,000 for a new house?
Well, yeah. Was it a new build or something?
No, it was just some place. It was like a cheap home in Illinois. And he's just couldn't do it. He just fucking couldn't do it, man. I was blown away by that call. I was like, man, some people are just, they're in deep, Yeah.
That is the reality, behind the scenes reality of the real estate world is you're working with somebody for free, basically, for months or however long it takes, and then hours for their one of the biggest events in their, potentially biggest events in their life. Something crazy happens. Either that can be controlled or can't be controlled.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck,
Yeah, it's tough.
man. Whatever. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, dude? What are you gonna do? You still doing demos and shit at your new company? You still you calling in sales and doing the whole sales thing?
No, I'm more of like an account manager. I kind of handle all the back end stuff when people, like, after they purchase, if they need help with like more strategy or better use of the software or better use of the program, I kind of help with that stuff. So more like an account manager, but I'll look for like sale opportunities, upsells or contract renewals, or try to prevent cancellations and stuff like that. Now,
where's the best place to look for remote jobs? You kind of push that a little bit too.
Oh yeah, I help people out with that. So I get a lot of people from social media just asking me questions. So one of the things people always ask about is like remote jobs, and I'm like, well, in my mind, I'm like, well, it's not that hard really to get started or whatever, but people just like to have that from somebody, I guess, who has been working remotely for a while. So to answer your question, best places to find remote jobs are going to be like Flex Jobs is a really good website. DynamiteJobs.com is a really good website. And then number one best source is your personal network. So, and I think nowadays with, the remote job landscape, it's tough to get a remote job these days. You got to really like stand out, and then also you got to really work your network and see who who can get you in the door.
Right.
That'll increase your chances, 10x. Plus, I think if you're like what we talked about earlier with like the LinkedIn stuff, like posting good stuff, kind of building your personal brand, if that's what you want to do. Because when recruiters are out there looking, they're looking for stuff. They're looking to see what you post, what you talk about. And if you can post about like some of the stuff that we talked about earlier, like the storytelling, whatever, they're going to see that and they're going to be like, okay, this might be a good fit for us. Oh, look, they have some common connections here too as well. Like, let's give them a shot or send them an email or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I think those are some of the top websites, at least that I've had luck with. I mean, so I made a little guide for people to kind of get started with going and finding remote jobs. But there's like 50 other websites. Builtin.com is a really good website too.
Built-in.
Yeah. It's for like tech startups and all the kind of major tech hubs across the U.S. And they just advertise a lot of cool stuff that's happening in the tech world, startup world. And then they also have like a job board as well. With
right.
A lot of cool tech.
That's cool. Yeah, that is a good thing. I was talking to someone yesterday about remote work, and I was just like, man, I'm so lazy at this point. I feel like the only job I would take is a work from home job,
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I kind of resonate with that. Because it is, did you see that post that from AI? And it was like, what's the craziest thing that humans do? Was the question.
Mm-mm.
And AI was it's number one craziest thing that humans do. It's like, you guys go to work and you pretend to work.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy?
That's fucked up.
It is.
True, though.
It's so true.
That's true.
It is so true.
That's why we created you, AI.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll ask it questions that I know it can't answer, like, what was your favorite memory from childhood or some shit like that? And it'll just say, I don't have a childhood, or I don't have a memory as an AI
Answer
bot.
the fucking question.
Yeah. Like, that's right. You are just a robot. Don't forget.
Yeah.
You don't have these emotions. You don't have memories.
Yeah.
Shit like that. I don't know.
That's a good one to ask it. I try to, some girl said that she uses it for therapy. And I was like, that's kind of smart. So I tried doing that. I was like, why am I the way that I am? And then I was asking it like detailed questions about my childhood. But the thing about AI is that it just kind of affirms your beliefs.
Yeah.
It just kind of goes, yeah, that's good insight. That's good that you're thinking that. It's probably because of this. And then I'm like, is that because of this? And it's like, yeah, definitely because of that. And then there's also this thing called AI psychosis. I don't know if you've heard of this.
No, what is that?
It's people that already have some kind of mental problem, and they go into AI and they're like, is somebody following me? And the AI goes, maybe.
Oh, fuck.
Because,
Throw me off.
because it's just designed to do that. It's designed to always just say possibly.
Yeah.
It's like, what have you noticed? He's like, I noticed someone looking at me. Yeah, he probably was. Like, it just kind of does that. And then they lose their shit. Oh, you could see the dog. There she is.
There she is. Hanging out.
Yeah, she's so dumb. But, yeah, chat, what was I talking about with AI? Oh, yeah, it said that the number one things that we do is we pretend to work. And that's so true. Like, one of the biggest problems I have with corporate jobs is that they have that early morning meeting. Because it's just like, that meeting is pointless. It is a pointless meeting. The purpose of the meeting
Just to set the tone for the day or whatever.
is to make sure you're awake. That is, I think, that is the only purpose I can see for that meeting is like, are you awake right now? That's it. And I don't want to be. I would rather be asleep. But
I do miss in-person jobs, like in-office jobs. I think working remotely over the past couple of years, I feel like my social skills may have been affected by this a little bit.
really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
You got a little tism now?
Maybe. Because, when we worked in the office, man, and like we were just kind of hanging out. It was just like, it was all friends. We're all friends. So it just felt like,
Yeah.
big friends group because we'd work, do our thing, and after work, we'd go get hammered or something like that.
Right.
Lunch or whatever, go to strip club or something. But like working like truly just 100% remotely, I mean, that like I went remote in like 2018 and I haven't been to an office since. Like there's been jobs that I've had where I would willingly go in quarterly or something like that. Like I worked for a startup in Denver and I would go there like once a month or once every quarter, 2 or 3 times a quarter, some shit like that. And that was for like a week. And, but like work, yeah, I mean, I kind of miss being around people like a lot, like back in the day, the office type of stuff. So, and I tell that to people that are always like, oh, I want to work remote too. Cause they see like the travel part and it's like really alluring, really exciting. And that's the best part. But I think the downside to it is you're kind of, just out there doing your thing, especially if you're traveling or living in other countries or going to other countries regularly.
Yeah.
You're having to make friends with just kind of people that are passing through. It's very short term.
Very surface level.
Yeah. Having to explain who you are every single time. So when I come back home and I'm meeting with, seeing friends that I didn't have to introduce myself to you. Like we already know each other.
Yeah.
Or like other friends that I've seen for a while. I'm just like, oh, fuck, Dre, I don't have to give you a background on who I am or what I'm doing.
Right.
I just pick back up where we left off.
You just get right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
yeah, that's another downside of living that life. Yeah.
It is. And I'm learning that. I'm learning that a lot. I'm realizing that a lot more because now it's not just being remote where, I'm just working out of my kitchen or whatever, or living room all day. Like I'm in a completely different country. And, I mean, I still have friends and stuff out there, but it's just not quite the same.
It's not quite the same.
Quite the same. It's going to take time, and it can be. Like, obviously, it takes time to get to know people and you do stuff and all that, but...
There's not other gringos out there that are just chilling and, like, doing the remote life?
Mm-hmm. A lot of them, man. A lot of them.
Yeah.
And they reach out, and they're like, man, I'm out here, too. I've been living out here for, like, a lot longer than I have or whatever. Like, they've been doing this for a long time, and they're all trying to, like, grow their social media stuff. And
Have they shown the same sort of... what's the word? Maybe restlessness or like of being away from the sphere of technology and innovation, which is like, the United States. Have they kind of shared that experience of like, I kind of miss being back there where just things are happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And they'll come back and visit family and stuff, just basically kind of like what I'm doing. And
yeah,
because they got family and out here in the States too. So it's, we talked about that and, yeah, it's pretty common. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I met a lot of people that are like that, digital nomad types that either have their own business that they've been doing for a long time or they're remote workers or whatever the case. And, they're just out there enjoying their life,
living La Vida Loca.
Yeah. I honestly don't know how the hell like the social media stuff worked out for me, or at least, started to work out for me. I just got on my phone one day and just like busted out some videos and they just started to go crazy. And I was like, okay, well, I guess.
I think the thing is you're consistent with it. I feel like that's the biggest thing is a lot of people they're like not consistent. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
If you just make one video and you go, oh, that didn't do anything, it takes like a lot.
Yeah.
You got to post a lot of shit.
Yeah.
That's what makes things pop off, is if you post a lot of fucking stuff. But so you post a lot of stuff, so that's why. Try
to.
Yeah, like it's the same thing with realtors again. Like a lot of realtors are like, I don't know how your content blows up, and it's like I post a lot of dog shit. Like there's a lot of stuff that you'll never see because it didn't go anywhere and it was bad, but I just posted it because I was like, you got to post.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get lucky.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
There are some that I post and I'm like, I don't even think this is good, and then it just goes off, and I'm like, okay, I guess I just didn't know. And sometimes that happens, you know.
Yeah.
Remember that guy that was skateboarding with the cranberry juice?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect example.
That guy was like, I was gonna delete that video. he was like, I just had it on my phone and I was like, fuck it, I'll just film this and
let it rip.
And then he posted it. He was like, whatever, and it just goes off.
Life changing.
Mm-hmm.
Brand deals from cranberry or whatever it was.
Yeah, he made some good cranberry money.
Yeah.
He probably got paid from TikTok a little bit.
Yeah.
And he lives in like Idaho, so he bought a house with that, and he has a little family now. And it's like, dude, cranberry money goes hard.
That's crazy, man. Internet is just so wild.
The internet is crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, it is kind of crazy because it's like you can literally. I mean, I don't know. I feel the same way too. Like there's videos that have taken me hours to edit. I'm like, all right, it's perfect. I'll post it, and then it just won't do as good as I'm like. It wasn't even worth it. All that time for that, like nothing. And then there'll be, a video that I'll do of like fucking eggs or some random shit, and then
I've seen your egg
crazy.
I've seen your egg one.
There's a couple that have done well, and it's like, damn, like that just took me 2 seconds to record, 5 seconds, and a little caption on there, and whatever, and it just goes crazy.
On the ones I do, like when I'm telling a story, there are some that I did for like 3 hours. I was just in my bed, like I want to get the story correct. And I do it, and I do it, and I do it. And for 3 hours, I posted nothing. And I'm like, fuck, this sucks. But then there was one that I did. I specifically remember this one. I was talking about my dog. I was like, what was I saying? Oh, I was like, I bet my dog thinks I'm a fucking idiot because I'll be up till 2 a.m. yelling at my TV playing video games. And my dog's just staring at me like, why are you mad right now, dude? You have all the food available to you and you're upset? Like, what are you doing? And then I was like, you leave for 8 hours and you come back upset? He's like, and I was like, why don't you just go in the fridge and eat the fucking food? Why don't you do that and be happy? Because that's all that it would take for me to be happy. And I posted that. It took me like 10 seconds to make that video, and I just posted it. And that one blew up. And sometimes it just happens. Like it just pours out of you naturally.
Do you ever get like celebrities or anybody that like or comment or anything on there?
I posted a video recently about Kobe Bryant.
Oh yes.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
And I had the point guard for the Utah Jazz comment. He was like, solid point. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's awesome.
And then I had there was a really big TikTok celebrity that commented on one of my posts. I was talking about these girls from high school and how like they need to make sure they understand how hot they are. And she's like a really famous TikTok celebrity lady. And I've seen her at the red carpet and shit. And she commented like, actually, girls should just make money themselves. They don't need no mans, like something like that. Have I ever had someone else famous? There was this girl that she does golf videos where she swings a golf club and her boobs are jiggling around all the time. She commented on one of my stuff, and I was like, that's great, because I'm already following you. So I
love it.
Nothing crazy though. I never get like Tom Cruise or somebody. What about you? Have you gotten a crazy one?
Yeah, I was just thinking. I've had a couple. It's kind of cool. I'm just thinking of like the big ones that I've seen. Conor McGregor.
Whoa! What the fuck, dude? Okay, hold on. Conor McGregor's huge.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He just liked a reel. I'm trying to think of which one it was. I think it was the boxing one I did, like the Mexico boxing one.
Yeah.
And then that same video, Emiliano Vargas was like a professional boxer.
Okay.
And then I had a video where Stifler's mom,
Okay.
American Pie, I forget her name, Jennifer, actress, super famous. She was in White Lotus.
Yeah. She's like, yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
She liked the video,
Yeah.
which was pretty crazy. And then Mario Lopez liked the video. Some video about Mexico or something like that, which was pretty dope.
Yeah.
But I haven't had any, and I've had like brands and stuff like message or comments or stuff like that, which is always pretty cool.
Do you post on X?
No, I don't have an X at all.
Dude, I was posting a bunch of stuff on X. It doesn't go anywhere. I don't understand. Like do you post on YouTube?
I do, but not a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't do super duper well there.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts, I get some traction, but X, nothing. Like not even like an amount where I think they can measure.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird.
Like YouTube, like TikTok will at least give you the 400 views to be like, was this okay?
Yeah.
X doesn't even get close. It's like 20 views.
Wonder why.
I have no idea. I'm doing the hashtags, everything. I just stopped. I was like, I'm just done.
Yeah.
So Elon's
got it under control.
Yo, do something.
We need to know. We need to know the juice. We need to know the secrets, Elon.
Yeah, but I just feel like, that's the one that's really hard to break.
YouTube or X?
X. YouTube has been tough for me too. I post a lot of stuff on there, and it doesn't really seem to go anywhere.
It's yeah.
The most I've had was 10,000 views. That was the most,
wow.
and then that was again like compared to some other stuff. It's like 10,000 views is for a breakout video. That's not that much.
Yeah. I think it's because YouTube is like more for people go to learn.
Exactly.
You know, that's not the.
I think YouTube is like the modern day library.
Yeah, basically.
It's like I need to learn something.
I never really go to like watch like entertainment. I'm always like how to fucking fix a tire or how to whatever. Right?
If you're going to an actual library, you're a fucking moron, dude.
Maybe we should change all of our videos to match that SEO instead of like, whatever normal caption. Just literally add how to.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll do better.
Maybe. make it all learning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rename my podcast How to Podcast.
How to Podcast, yeah.
Yeah, and then people would be like, "Oh, this is good. This guy's killing it."
Yeah, I'm learning so much.
Yeah. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just try to keep the conversation going as long as possible.
Yeah.
This is all just conditioning my ability to talk to a human being. That's all this is.
Dude, speaking of that, have you ever played with the AI cloning stuff?
No, what's that?
Oh shit. Okay. AI cloning, video cloning, you make a clone of yourself and you can post videos. I think it would be really good for long form content. Yeah.
Wait, fucking what? You post hold on, just a clone of myself talking?
Yeah. Okay. So there's different programs you can use that, you basically take like just a 2-minute video of yourself talking just like this, right? Good light. They have like, guidelines or whatever for the video. Guidelines.
Right.
But you just take a video and you upload the raw video just like this. And then it processes your video and you can basically create a script using AI or whatever. Or if you have something that you just want to write out and think about first, you pop that into the AI clone and it's you talking, but you've got whatever script that you fed it and it looks just like you, sounds just like you. And it works. I've done it a couple times.
That's crazy.
It's good for, I think it's really good and helpful for like long form YouTube style content. So if you don't want to sit there and set up, the whole thing and just record.
I might be a fucked up person, but the first thing I thought was porn. How do you not doing that with porn? That's crazy, dude. That's what someone got in trouble with Taylor Swift. Like last year, remember that when they were posting her like naked in the bleachers and shit?
Yeah.
That was crazy. But that dude, I don't know if I like that. Why not just talk?
I don't know.
You seen the Sasquatch footage?
Sometimes, yeah, like the AI Sasquatch.
The AI Sasquatch? Yeah. Those are funny. I like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I get on the phone or when I record myself, I'm like, I have like second thoughts about what I'm saying, and I want to like really kind of have a detailed, because you got a minute, maybe a minute and a half,
So it's like
and I ramble a lot.
you're
so
like, I'm insecure.
fuck. A little bit. Yeah.
So I'd rather have a robot version of me tell the story.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's so interesting. Oh man, that's funny. Is it look like legit? You got to show me. Do you have one readily available?
They're already posted.
Dude, you got to show me this.
Here's let's see.
That's so interesting.
It's wild, and you can. It's pretty crazy. I use a couple different where you can put like the AI B-roll on there, and then the caption. So it looks like fucking pretty legit. Nobody can really tell. But I don't do it all the time. I only did like 2 or 3 videos, and they all got pretty decent amount of views. So I'm like, oh shit.
That's so funny.
I think it steals the.
So that's not actually you.
I mean, it is, but that's a clone.
But you gave it a script.
Yeah, I gave it a script.
Here, show the camera real quick.
Oh, can I get up?
Yeah. Dude, that's fucking so crazy. It looks just like you. What's that program called? Yeah, they click that one. That's not really you then.
I mean, it's me, but
I mean, it's you, but it's like, but it's just, you just gave it a script and then it did it for you?
yeah.
Bro, that's fucking crazy how good that is.
Yeah.
For your kind of content, I think that's perfect.
Yeah. And then I think if if you're
Yeah. Get back in there.
yo.
Hey, yo.
But if you're doing like the B-roll and you're if it's changing every 1 second or something like that, it keeps the eyes kind of moving. They don't know, people don't really know. So I just tested it out. I don't do it all the time. I haven't done it really since that, but there's like 3 of them total that they've all done over 100,000 views on each video. So I was like, well, if I can make some good videos like this and they, monetize or whatever, I think it'd be cool for like filler content. And then sometimes, dude, I'll think of something really interesting or something great. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just think of something really cool and I'm like, man, fuck, I don't want to. I'm just sitting down on the couch. Like, I don't want to. I think I like to try to have like, if I'm talking about like life in Mexico or something like that, I want it to at least be a cool background. So I don't, I feel like sometimes it might just be easier. I think that was my initial thought.
Did you plant the background on that too? So the background's also fake?
No. So that video was the one we just saw. That was me actually talking on the roof of my condo.
Right.
It's just a pre-recorded video of me. So like when you're doing the initial kind of root video, we'll call it, where you're just recording yourself talking for 2 minutes, just like this. There's no script. You're just talking.
And then you put in the script and then it makes you move and your mouth move as if you're saying those words.
Yeah. And it clones your voice too.
That is so fascinating. That is amazing. I wonder, what's that program called again?
HeyGen.
HeyGen.
Yeah, it's like $50 a month.
I was thinking about getting VO3 just to like put some crazy prompts in there and kind of like do what the Sasquatch thing was doing, because a lot of accounts were doing that just for views and follows. Yeah. But I think that's going to be the fun thing about Chat GPT or not like AI art like this, is that you could just put any prompt in there and come up with some crazy shit.
Stuff, yeah.
And
be good for like advertising, because you could just, if you got an idea for an ad or something.
Oh, I've already seen commercials that are 100% AI. Like without question, it's an AI commercial. Yeah. And it's like that, but who's pissed is actors. But you know what I think? Fuck actors. And that may not be a liked answer, but I think actors are lame. And I mean that. So
you heard it here first.
Yeah. Fuck them. I think acting is kind of like on a massive downswing too. Like I remember being a kid, everybody was like, "I want to be an actor."
Oh, dude, yeah. A lot of people like. I think the attention has focused or shifted from like celebrities to like streamers or internet people. Right?
Yes.
So
Because that's real. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I think it's because you're seeing people be 100% authentic.
Yeah.
Whereas when you
Actor,
watch an actor, it's like, what is this? You know what I mean?
PR trained and
Yeah, exactly. But in the old days, that was the most authenticism you got to see on a screen.
Yeah.
Was that you never got to see someone be authentic. It was all trained and it was all pretend.
Yeah.
But now we're seeing just people being themselves, which is cool.
Yeah.
And that's why acting is on the downswing. Like it's important. Like acting, I don't think will ever really go away, but I definitely don't think in the next 30 years, it's going to be as big as it was in the last 30. You know what I mean? I think that's seen its heyday. The next thing is just, it's like people being authentic. Like a buzzword, authentic. But yeah, little heartbeat check. We're at 2 hours. You still good to go? Still feeling good?
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Sometimes one time I had a person here and I was like, just going, and then at one point they were like, I need to leave.
I gotta go.
And I was like, oh, I didn't realize I was holding you up. I just so I need to do a heartbeat check every now and then, just say like, hey, are we good?
Yeah.
No, that's cool. The AI stuff is cool. What else, dude? Monetizing Facebook. I'm jealous that you have monetized Facebook. I wanted to do that. And apparently they shut it off, so you can't do that until this summer. They're turning something back on.
Yeah, it's coming back. It'll be by invitation. So just keep doing what you're doing. You'll get an invite. It just kind of comes randomly. I wasn't expecting it. You go into the thing and then you submit the I'm interested, or I'd like to join the program or whatever it is in the app, and then you'll just get a little notification one day. It's like, your profile can now earn money.
Hey, dude, you about to make some fucking cash, bro.
Yeah, basically.
That'd be a great notification to get.
Yeah, but it's crazy. I mean, like, I don't know. Some of these videos generate a couple $1,000s per video.
Yeah,
if they do well. So.
I got paid on TikTok on some good stuff. Like, it has to be a minute long. I posted one about a Chinese guy that was a white guy. It's like a white Chinese guy, and he has a Chinese accent. And it got like 20 million views. And they paid me $5,000. I was like, oh shit.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty tight. Until my taxes. But yeah, I wrote that shit off. But yeah, so getting paid for shit on TikTok is real. Instagram,
it is.
Not so real.
No.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no. You can't really monetize on Instagram. You definitely can on Facebook, and you can on TikTok and YouTube, but Instagram, no. The only way they officially say you can do is like brand deals, but if you come up with if you have some sort of product or whatever that you offer, a program or something like that, there's a lot of buyers on Instagram. Like, that's where a lot of buyers are hanging out, YouTube and TikTok.
I have been hit up
Instagram
by companies to do like reviews of products and shit, but I don't know if I want to do that, because then it's just like all my content and then like me reviewing a chair. Like, I don't know if that's good.
Super comfortable.
Yeah. Unless I like just completely made it ridiculous and the way I reviewed the chair was just absurd, then maybe that would be funny. But
chair content.
Yeah, there's this one guy I follow, Jordan the Stallion. You know who that guy is?
Yeah.
He does a lot of those, but he's so big now that he can do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but you have to reach the tippy top before you can start doing that. If you do it at the bottom, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that guy does a lot of those.
He's got a good account. I like his stuff.
Yeah, he's funny. He's good.
Come here.
I want to talk shit. Yeah, but he's good. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. That's so funny, man. Like,
I just hate seeing people be successful.
Those guys, man, fucking life-changing stuff. Like,
Yeah.
They don't really have to have a job or a regular job or anything like that. They just make their content and they
just film yourself doing this in a mirror.
Crazy.
And then now you have a new life.
Yeah.
It was cool was actually when I was doing the mortgage stuff and I would see other people post videos that were mortgage related. And they started popping off for videos that they posted that weren't mortgage related.
Yeah.
Like there was this one guy called Mortgage Guy Mike or something, and he posted this video of him singing in his car, and he'd be like, like he was singing in the car. Video blew the fuck up.
Wow.
And then he stopped selling mortgages and just started doing like how to make, like car singing videos. And also he's like a speaker now, and he talks about like how to like put yourself out there and how to do that. And it's just interesting the different routes that people take.
Crazy. Mm-hmm. I'd like to, I don't know, keep riding this thing out, see where it goes.
See where it goes.
Why not?
Yeah. It's better than a 9 to 5.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And then with, a 9 to 5 and like AI and all the stuff, job change, like the landscape of everything, it's like, I don't think that, you should have some sort of other side hustle or business opportunity, something like that. You should
like
have else going on.
This is work.
Yeah.
This is a form of work. Like, yeah, the conversation's always nice, but then people don't understand. I listen to all of this,
shit,
and then I edit, and then I post on all the different stuff.
Takes time, man.
Takes a lot of time. And, and I like doing it though. So it's like, yeah, it makes some money, but not a lot. And then, the mortgage thing is really what keeps me afloat.
Nice.
But I don't put enough work into that. I probably should put more stuff in the mortgage stuff. But
you want a loan? You want to buy a house?
Hey, yo, you want to fucking... But it's tough because a lot of real estate agents, they only run into like 2 or 3 buyers a year. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it's
Sellers?
like, yeah, they're not really running into a lot of buyers, which is really tough.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe a refi boom will come or something like that.
Yeah, well, because they make one sale and they make like, $25,000.
Yeah.
And then maybe they make 2 or 3 sales a year.
Right.
And they're making like $75,000 a year. And it's like, so that makes sense. Dude, a refi boom would be nice. Holy shit.
Great, man.
But I don't know if that's happening anytime soon.
Probably not.
All right, who'd you vote for? Let's talk about that. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
What are your politics?
I don't really have.
You don't care?
Nah, I really don't. I mean, I'm sound kind of corny, but like, I don't know. I just don't really trust like politicians or government. I don't know if I trust any of them.
You think we went to the moon?
Huh?
You think we went to the moon?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'd like to. I think like a part of me was like, man, we did it. We went to the moon. But then you see all these videos of like how it was staged. And
I have a theory that I think we went, but I think that what happened is we went and a lot of the footage was fucked because of like the radiation.
Yeah.
And so they had to fake some of it.
Yeah.
But I definitely think we went there. Because the first people to call bullshit would have been Russia and China.
Right.
They would have been like, there's no fucking way you guys went to the moon.
That's true.
But they never did that because they know that we're there. And if you look at a telescope and like look where we landed, there's like shit there. So I think we were there. I just don't know if all the footage is...
All the footage. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the first go-around, cameras melted, some shit. Yeah,
some guy drops a camcorder.
Oops.
Ah, fuck. Really, Buzz, you idiot? That's funny.
Yeah.
What other conspiracies? You probably like RFK because of the whole food thing.
I think I just like, healthy living. I mean, I like, fitness, working out.
Have you eaten fast food since you got in here?
Definitely, yep.
What'd you get, dude?
Whataburger.
You son of a bitch.
I had to, bro.
You had to.
First thing. That's why I was able to capture that video. I was
we're gonna bury you in the press.
I was literally getting a Whataburger, and I was like, "Damn, there's a bunch of fast food places on this corner."
Yeah,
right here.
I saw your video about that, like how it's just fast food. That is a big difference.
It is, though. It really is. And I I guess I never really noticed that when I was first out there because I wasn't really paying attention to it.
Right.
But then when I started to notice, like,
Just the big poles with the sign on top of it.
it's like, come and get it.
Come get it, you
Fucking
fat
6
piece of
different
shit.
hamburger places right here on the corner. I'm like, dude,
No, it's so.
that's a lot.
it's
That's pretty
so-
intense.
It's
But
so crazy.
in like multiple areas that I've lived in over there in Mexico, it's like all, fruit stands and healthy little shops and markets and stuff like that. And, it's all super
That's
cheap.
good. That's good. Yeah, that's the big thing that my cousin from Brazil, when he came to visit here, he was like, I'm just so surprised at the amount of just fucking poles with like signs on top of it advertising some dog shit food.
Yeah,
And
it's
we're
crazy.
like, yeah, dude, America.
That's right. We got it.
That's definitely iconically American. Like you're not going to find that in Europe. You're not even going to find that anywhere else. I think that's a very American thing.
And all the drive-thrus are busy. Every single one of them.
Every one of them, except for Burger King. Every one of them.
That's fucked up because the Burger King that's in the neighborhood over there in Mexico never has anybody either.
Yeah, dude. Burger King blows, bro. Burger King sucks so bad. I drive by there and I'm like, how the fuck is this place even open, dude?
Or Arby's.
Arby's? Okay.
Gotta be the
Watch
easiest
your
job ever.
fucking mouth. No, I'm joking.
You Arby's guy?
I like the idea of dipping a sandwich in sauce. I think that's just a very good idea. That's why I was a big fan of Quiznos. And then that shit, yeah, Quiznos disappeared.
Nice.
But I loved Quiznos because they were dipping sandwiches in sauce. And that's the
au
dream.
jus, French dip? Or
Yeah.
whatever?
Au jus? Is that what it's called?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, man.
I had
That makes it sound
Club.
pretentious. I thought it was some trashy white people stuff.
Beef water. Give me a dip in this beef water.
Hey,
real
give me
quick.
that beef water.
Pour it in a Yeti.
You got a straw. Dude. It's a fucking gallon styrofoam cup of beef water, dude.
From sandwiches.
That's funny. I like that. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, Quiznos, yeah, that was good. Subway didn't do that, but Subway pulled through. They broke away from the pack, and I was upset because I thought Subway was one of the worst ones. I thought Quiznos was the top dog.
Yeah.
But
Subway's good.
yeah, Subway's all right.
They got rid of the Jared guy.
Yeah, he was touching kids.
Yeah.
That was no good.
Kids meal, hold the kids. Hold the meal.
Hey, can I get a kids meal? Hold the fucking meal. Oh, that's funny. I like that. That's so funny, dude. Yeah, that guy was bad though. That's crazy to think of a pedophile that we all knew and loved, and then we all found out and was like, "Damn, what the fuck was
He loved us
that?"
just as much.
God, he was touching them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
You hear like
not
the
good.
audio tapes? Well, I mean, I don't have to get too far into it, but like there
He
was
had audio tapes of him.
They played it in court, and this dude's like, it's like traumatizing, kind of the
Oh,
way that he was talking
no.
about. Like they got him on a wiretap talking to somebody who was like a informant, who was undercover, one of his like trusted people in his circle or whatever. And
Yeah.
he was just explaining his recent trip to like wherever the hell he was, and he was just like, oh. Dude, the fucking kids there. Some creepy sounding ass
my
shit.
God,
it was fucking
dude.
disgusting.
That is so bad.
So every time I see Subway, I'm like, gross. But I go in there and get my sandwich.
But I'm still there.
Yeah. Separate.
Yeah,
Sandwiches are
yeah.
still good.
It's like I still listen to Kanye, you know?
Yeah. Old school Kanye, man. Yeah.
Old school, dude, graduation?
Graduation day. Yep.
Man. Yeah, Kanye's lost his mind too. That guy, I was thinking the other day, like, if you showed that Heil Hitler video to Kanye 20 years ago, would he be like, that's fire? Or would he be like, what happened to me, you know?
Yeah. What would old Kanye say about new Kanye if they were both sitting in a room?
Yeah, what would he say? But then I think to myself, like, what would 19-year-old me say to, 31-year-old me?
Yeah.
And I think I'd be like, all right, I'm doing okay.
Keep going, bro.
Yeah, I think I'm doing okay. But if I had a hot new song called Heil Hitler, I think I would be like, what the fuck, dude? Young me would be very upset.
Couldn't think of any other name. Maybe like spelled backwards or something. I don't know.
He changed it. You know, he changed it to Hallelujah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, which is better.
Man, that's an interesting path.
Because they weren't playing it on the radio.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that is an interesting path. What were we talking about before? I wanted to keep going on that. Arby's.
Oh yeah, Arby's.
Dude, when was the last time you went to a Long John Silver's? Have you ever been?
I have, and I think I remember I don't know the exact day, but I remember the last time I went with a friend. This was a long time ago because I used to smoke weed at this time because we were really high, like high enough to go to Long John Silver's. And I remember that when you go to Long John Silver's, what do you think of? Like
A&W.
Yeah, okay. But like seafood, right? Like fried fish,
like popcorn shrimp.
Yeah, so we go there, and I'm with a friend of mine. We had just, this is what we used to do back in the day here in Austin. Like, we would roll up I can talk about this on the thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We would roll up like a blunt or a sweet or go to the store. It was our routine. We get some weed, we go to the store, get a cigar, and then we'd roll up a blunt, and then we go smoke around, listen to music really loud, get high, and then we go eat. And we went to Long John Silver's, and I remember just being completely dumbfounded by the fact that we go to the seafood place, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to probably get a fried fish sandwich or something.
Yeah.
Get a cold soda. And my buddy ordered the chicken nuggets. And I remember,
crazy.
Yeah, I was just like, well, why the fuck would you go to Long John Silver's and order the chicken nuggets?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, we could have gone to like Chick-fil-A or something.
Yeah,
I didn't even want to come here, honestly.
That's bananas. That's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
That's like going to an Italian place and getting chicken nuggets.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, you really, and this was your idea. They must have like really good chicken nuggets or something. But yeah, that was probably the last, and that had to be probably, I don't know, at least 15 years ago or something like that.
I was going to compare it to getting a fish fillet.
Yeah.
But I actually kind of like the fish fillet.
They're not bad.
At McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's actually not bad at all. But yeah, my guilty pleasure is McDonald's. I get Big Macs because I grew up with them.
Nice.
I was never a chicken nugget guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all right. They're good.
Someone was talking to me the other day about Kraft mac and cheese. You ever had that? They don't got that in Mexico.
No. It's probably called like El Rancho mac and cheese or something like that at the store. But yeah, I grew up on all that, man.
But specifically the SpongeBob Kraft mac and cheese. Have you had that?
Probably, but I think the majority of what we had was just the old school elbow mac.
You got to stay for dinner. I'm going to whip you up something good, brother.
Just got a pantry full of boxes of Kraft mac and cheese.
I'm loaded. And
Take one with you.
Yeah, dude. I'm doing pretty well for myself. Just a bunch of Kraft mac.
SpongeBob only.
SpongeBob only. Yeah. For some reason, they taste better. I cannot for the life. I think the Italians were onto something because they definitely knew that different noodle shapes means different experience. And you know what I mean? Like there's something good about like a thick noodle, a tiny noodle, a penne, a bow tie. Like there's a different flavor with all of them.
Yeah.
But the shape of SpongeBob, mathematically it hits. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. No. Yeah, no, we used to eat Kraft mac and cheese. That was like our fancy dinner growing up.
Oh, yeah?
We grew up poor, man. We grew up super poor. So it was
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up here in Austin, but it was a single mother. She had 2 kids, had us at a young age. So she had to work 2-3 jobs.
You have a brother?
I have a younger sister.
Oh, what'd she do?
She works at a car dealership out here. She's like the service manager or the office manager or something like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, car dealership. Yeah.
I didn't know you had a sister. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, so Kraft mac and cheese was the fancy dinner?
Fancy dinner, man.
What was the not fancy dinner?
Ramen.
Dang. Ramen nights would go hard though.
Yeah, ramen nights.
Top ramen?
Top ramen.
Yeah.
Pork flavor or the beef, roast beef or whatever.
She put meat in there?
No, meat was expensive.
Oh, man.
Struggle meals. But yeah, we would either have like bologna sandwiches,
Those are actually so good.
ramen noodles, Vienna, the little Vienna sausages in a can, or just like cereal or something like that. Hot dogs, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So Kraft macaroni and cheese, or ordering pizza, big deal. Or getting like frozen pizzas from the store. We would do like Blockbuster. I don't know. Do you remember Blockbuster?
Oh, the movie store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like our routine.
I had one by my house, and I would go there on Fridays because they had free pizza day on Fridays.
Yeah, dude.
So I would go there and get a free slice of pizza, and then I would rent a video game.
That's the shit.
Yeah.
It was like our big event. Whenever, I think every 2 weeks, whenever Mom would get paid, we'd go to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video, and we'd get some snacks and candy and rent a movie, one each. We get to pick one movie each, and that was like our weekend, just watching movies and
Yeah, that's good.
eating snacks. It's good times.
That is good. I think Blockbuster was a great. You know, there's still one up. They have one store left. It's in Alaska.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's some random place. Yeah, it's like just the last standing location.
The last stand, dude. I wonder what they're doing there. Alaska, man, those poor people. They don't know about Netflix. I remember when Netflix first started happening. It's interesting to look back and see like the development of companies to become like these massive enterprises. Because I remember when Netflix first happened, they would deliver it to your house. And you put the DVD in. It was like, okay, yeah. And sometimes it'd come in scratched.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, who fucked this thing up? Yeah, and you send it back. And then I forgot when it actually got on the computer and you could just watch on the computer. But I remember at first you would always order it in. And then there was Redbox, which was a thing for a bit. And they still have those.
Yeah, I've seen them every now and again, but like out in the boonies though, in the country, like way outside.
I don't
the
even
city.
own a VCR, like or a fucking DVD player.
Yeah,
Who the fuck is still making money?
people out there, man.
That's crazy to me.
I would have to go out to like East Texas for whatever occasion a while back, and I remember because East Texas is, or at least outside of Houston, it's like 2 hours outside of Houston, and it's like once you get out to East Texas, it's like. It's country. And if you ever see a Brookshire Brothers, you know you're in the fucking country. It's a grocery store. Big red Brookshire Brothers. But anywho, Dollar Generals and shit would have like red boxes out front. And I remember seeing people like lined up. And this was like a year ago, like right before I moved to Mexico or whatever. See people lined up outside. I was like, who the fuck still watches? Who still does Redbox? Who the fuck still has a DVD player?
Yeah. Having a DVD player to me is like, man, you're really falling behind, brother. That's crazy.
And I'm over here talking about, maybe I'm missing out on stuff or technology living in Mexico.
I know,
No,
these people.
It's just 2 hours outside.
Those people
of
are
town.
living in the '80s, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It really is like that too, especially out there in like the country, the boonies. Like it's just a whole nother world. Like there's just none of that.
They just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I wonder what the next thing we're going to lose is because we lost. At first, it was the VCR, and then it became CD, and those went away. So now I'm like, what are we going to lose next? The big thing I think is actually going to be just screens in general. Have you seen the Oculus shit?
Yeah,
dude,
I was just about to say that.
That shit's crazy. People are just walking around with glasses. You just put those on, and then it gives you a laptop. It gives you screens. Like eventually, it's all going to just be glasses.
I think so, man.
Yeah.
I have the Meta Ray-Bans. I use those for content a lot. And I think to myself, I'm like, man, these are pretty cool because, you can listen to music on it. You can do AI controls. It does searches for you. You can literally just say, hey, AI, what am I looking at? And it'll tell you. Or AI, can you translate this for me? But I'm like, man, it's going to be dope whenever there's like on-screen display in the glasses themselves. And they look just like regular things. But yeah, I think these will probably go away. And then probably laptops.
You think phones will go away?
Maybe not super quick, but I think maybe laptops and stuff will go away.
I think it will eventually just become like glasses that we all walk around with. And the glasses are foldable in a way that it's basically a phone. And maybe it's both like a phone and glasses. So like you pull out and you can check like the messages that you're getting. Yeah. And then you're like, hold on, I got to respond. And then you just put them on and then you just do a quick little type.
Yeah.
That might be what ends up happening.
Dude, I mean, because I'd be a fan of that. To be honest, I was literally just so funny. We're talking about. I was literally just thinking about that this morning, and I was on a walk. I was walking like Town Lake and stuff.
Yeah,
and I was like, what could I be doing right now while I'm actually walking? Like, yeah, I can listen to a podcast. Yes, I can maybe do some stuff on my phone. But like, what if I had like the visor set up or the glasses to where like I have my screens right here while I'm walking and getting exercise, and I can, do some shit or build something out or whatever the case is.
And you have a beautiful background while you have your screens.
I'd be down for that.
I would be very down for that.
Get so much shit done.
Yeah, I think that's the next move. Facebook is already kind of pumping that out with the Oculuses.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's that good yet.
Yeah, no, it's not there yet.
I don't think it's quite there yet, but I think they understand that that's where it's going. So they're making these big leaps, but I just don't think it's quite there. You know who I think is really falling behind is Apple. I think Apple is getting fat and fucking lazy because they know that everyone buys their phones. But, dude, if the phones fall, they're done.
Yeah,
they're fucking done, dude.
I feel like they haven't really innovated anything super exciting since...
Yeah.
I mean, you got your standard products, but I feel like those are now being challenged in a way to where they're coming out with stuff or just eliminating the device at all completely and making it more of like the wearables with the glasses and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, I was just thinking that earlier. I was like, man, how could because I got to, in order for me to work and get stuff done, I got to sit down on my laptop or the desk and like anchor down there for a little bit and do some work. I was like, I can do the same shit if I would just had a different way of doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think losing the screens would be... Because like even my workspace, like it'd be so fucking cool to just plug on some glasses. The problem is the processing power. Like those things, they can't have that much processing power.
Yeah.
And I think what they actually do is you have the glasses as a means of seeing. They have to be connected on a cord of some kind that then connects to an actual computer. That's the only way I could see that working. Right. Or if you could somehow Bluetooth it so that it's a live feed from the computer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the computer is doing all the processing, everything, and then it just has a feed of what it's doing that connects to a Bluetooth on your headset, on your glasses, and then you could go out and walk around as long as you're within range of the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Then you should be fine.
Or if the thing was just initially connected to some sort of cloud in the beginning, like if it had its own like super duper Bluetooth or Wi-Fi 5G signal.
Super duper Bluetooth is the formal term.
Hyper Bluetooth.
But yeah, I think that would be pretty sick. That'd be pretty cool. Because there are times where I'm walking around and I'm like, man, I wish I was doing something else.
Yeah.
And like I try to like write or do a video or something while I'm walking my dog. That's the big moment where I'm like, oh, I have some moment here. Let me try to do something.
Yeah. Those thoughts, those like really great ideas or whatever come to your head, and it's like, fuck, I need my laptop or this shit.
Yeah. Do you ever have blocks where like you have no idea what to post?
Yeah, having one right now.
I'm on one too. I feel the same way.
Well, I'm not like here, but like in Austin, back in the States.
No,
like,
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Trying to like find cool stuff to talk about without like, and I'm not trying to bash the U.S. or anything like that, but like comparisons.
You should be honest. You should do like what you just told me, like coming back to the United States and kind of just do a hype up video for the U.S. Be like, honestly, pretty dope being back.
And that's fair. I mean, that's how
because that's how you feel.
Yeah.
You know,
I never really had anything like against the U.S. or anything like that. I think I was just really excited to be living in Mexico in a different place, living at the beach, this place that I love and have always vacationed, and like had so many positive perks come from it. And I just compare it to like, the fucking fast food places on every corner kind of thing. It's like, yo, what is not really trying to poke fun or anything at like, you know, obesity or anything like that. But like, it's just like they had a choice. You know, they didn't have to put 6 hamburger chains right here on this corner. They could have put maybe some.
What's always interesting to me is that they saw 5 hamburger chains and they were like, we think we could still make money with a 6th.
Yeah, let's get rid of this donut place and put another hamburger spot there.
Yeah. And I don't even eat that much fast food. It's amazing to me that there's still just so many people going through them.
Yeah.
Like the big one for me, yeah, it's McDonald's. I mean, I'll go to McDonald's, but it's just so cheap, dude, and it's so easy and it's right there, you know.
Yeah.
The hardest part of my day every day is being like, fuck, I gotta eat. God damn it. That's the hardest part every day.
Gotta eat something.
I saw these guys, they were doing a fast, like fasting, and they would do it for 7 days.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of time to not eat. But they say that what happens is the first 2 days, you hate it. But then you kind of like hit this nirvana where you're just kind of, you're riding.
Yeah.
Like you're fine. And then out of nowhere, like you'll smell something and you'll be like, "Ah," like you'll go crazy, but then you calm back down. And it's actually like a good thing. And people say they lost like, 10 pounds just from doing that or something like that. But
yeah, fasting is good. And I fast quite a bit. I haven't been fasting a lot past week or so, but yeah, that's true. I think you hit like a certain point where you just feel like that euphoric nirvana kind of feeling. I've only ever done like 24-hour fasts. I've never made it really past that. But then I haven't really tried very hard. But there's certain things you can do to kind of trick yourself into thinking that you ate something without like starving yourself or whatever. Like when you get those hunger pangs, that's probably the worst part about it is that, like, you feel really hungry.
yeah.
But then you kind of look back and you're like, am I really hungry? I just have this like thing going on in my stomach right now. So pickle juice or salt water or lemon water.
They
something
said
like
salt
that.
was a big one.
Salt's great.
Yeah.
And you just take a shot of that salt water or something and you're not hungry anymore.
Yeah.
And the body fat will fall off and you'll feel good. It's just you can't do a whole lot of physical activity like walking or like when you're in the middle of your fast, they recommend not to do a lot of like you don't really go work out. Maybe do that before you plan on eating again. Like if you got like a 2-hour time frame or an hour before you're about to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe go work out or something like that. Because you'll get really hungry and chances are you could hurt yourself or you'll just break your fast and say, fuck it, I'm just going to go eat something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super beneficial. Sleep better, think clearer, all that stuff.
Yeah. I kind of do it just on accident. Like like that's just naturally how I eat is I haven't eaten anything since, when was the last time I ate? Probably yesterday afternoon, like around 2 or 3. Like the last time I had food. So I've always just sort of naturally done it. And my parents were always like, oh, that's such a bad thing to do. But then I started reading online and it's like, no, you should do that. Like it's actually a good thing to like give your body a huge break.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me being skinny and rationalizing. But
No, I mean, like, what about like the cavemen and stuff back in the day? I mean, when you had to like hunt for food and shit like that.
you
like,
go long periods of time without eating.
You still survive. You eat once and you got to do it all over again.
It is kind of crazy that we eat 3 times a day. I always thought that was like like big food companies being like, you got to eat 3 times a day. Like they just want you to eat more. That's what that is. Kind of like the food pyramid, how that all got debunked.
Yeah, it's like a marketing plan.
Yeah, it was a marketing. Like, have you ever seen Mad Men?
Yeah.
In that show, they talk a lot about advertising for like cereal companies and all this stuff. That shit freaks me out because I'm like, dude, that's exactly
Literally happens every day.
what they're doing. They're just trying to make us eat more so that
Or pay for stuff.
Yeah, because we're paying for
care.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they really care about the food. They just want you to buy shit.
Yeah, they want you to buy shit. But it's like, maybe I don't need to eat that much, I could eat 1 time a day and I'm fine.
You don't have to eat it. Just pay for it.
Yeah, that's right.
We need to get our average customer order up by 13%. Shareholders are requesting an increase.
Yeah, dude. I don't even eat breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast guy.
Me neither. Coffee or Liquid IV or something like that.
Don't even drink coffee.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Yeah. Water. You ever heard of it?
Water. I ate quite a bit on this. I went and had some Terry Blacks yesterday. That shit was good.
Yeah.
And then Whataburger, and then I had Thundercloud earlier, so get back on that fast. Fly back out tomorrow.
You know, it's funny. I was shitting on American food the other day. I was like, our food sucks. Our food sucks. And then someone reminded me that barbecue is American.
So good, yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow, that is true. Because I like to, it's fun to be like, oh, burgers and all that. But actually, barbecue is...
It's amazing.
That shit ranks. Yeah. That shit for sure ranks up there with pasta and fucking some French bullshit. People put French food so high, and I've never... Well, I've had some good French food, I'm not going to lie. But I don't know. Compared to Terry Black's.
Pretty good, man.
Tough.
Got the brisket, I got the sausage, and I was going to get one of those dino ribs, the beef ribs. But I saw him hacking one up, and I was like, that's a lot. I don't think I need that.
Yeah. You get some beans, you get some fucking...
Yeah. Got the whole 9, dude. Got a beer. Perfect day. It was like perfect sunset. I was just out there by myself. The whole place was full. It was good. It was like perfect.
That's good.
Just got out the Waymo.
Out that Waymo. Dude,
Cybertrucks everywhere.
You want to save fucking money? Get a Lyft, brother. Lyft, dude. I was at a bar the other day, getting out of a bar, and fucking got in a Lyft. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. It was a $40 Uber.
Sheesh.
$40. And we were like, oh, man, it sucks. Look at Lyft, $6.
That's wow. Why such a huge... Is it like risk? I don't know.
So the thing that the Lyft took 20 minutes to get there.
Oh, gotcha.
The Uber was there right away. But we were like, do the Lyft. We'll wait. So we just hung out outside the bar and waited for the Lyft. And I was like, dude,
20 minutes to save you $20.
$20.
Yeah,
$100.
I was in a Lyft commercial a couple years ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Why? Kind of random, dude, to be honest with you. So I worked with this guy a long time ago, and he was a Lyft driver, and he invited me to go to some commercial shoot, like just invited me to go. But he was planning on being in this, he wanted to be an actor and all this stuff, right? And he was just like, hey, man, you want to go? And I was like, dude, I'm going to Vegas tomorrow, but sure, I'll go hang out. It's free drinks. Yeah, I'll be there. So I went with him just to support. And they had a whole like film shoot crew. They had all these actors, all these people there all dressed up. They just look like walking, talking headshots of, just actors and stuff. And directors walking around with clipboards. And I'm in the back, dude. I'm in the back by the bar. I'm eating fucking popcorn. I'm chilling. Like I'm drinking a beer. I'm just hanging out, talking to some people there. And they're all like, are you an actor? I was like, no, I'm not a fucking actor. I'm just here hanging out, drinking his beer.
Everybody's an actor, dude.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and apparently they had this like, famous Hollywood guy there. He was going to be in the main scene. And there was a lot of people, dude. Like I was in the back. Like it was just too much. I was kind of like, yeah, fuck this. I'm just going to chill here and get drunk. So I'm hanging out, and then all of a sudden it got really serious. The director started to come out. These doors started to open. It was at little Ginny's bar over on Burnett Road.
Yeah.
That little really small, what is it, Titty Bingo, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's an Austin classic dive bar thing. I hope it's still there. But yeah, it was right there in the parking lot. It got really serious. All these directors started coming out, or people with clipboards. I don't know if they were their directors.
Clipboards make you look serious.
Yeah, and they were just like, looking for people, and then they had everybody stand with a piece of paper, and they had to write your name on this piece of paper. And I just felt like we were like, I don't know, some sort of hostage situation, or it was weird. It got really intense for a second. I was just like, fuck this. Like, here's my name. I don't even think I wrote my whole name. It was just like R. I'm totally not taking it serious. But anywho, the guy comes up. He walks straight up to me, and he's like, there you are. What's your name? And I was like, it's Richard. He's like, okay, come with me. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, I thought this was free drinks, dude. I know they were going to give me a hard time. Maybe they know that I'm not really a part of the actor group or whatever.
Yeah.
So they bring me into the bar, and they're like, all right, we're going to need you. And then he brought another girl that was kind of hanging out there too. And he was like, all right, we're going to need you all to stand right here and just do the exact same thing that you were doing earlier, but don't talk. We're going to bring the main actor. He's going to be right here with you guys, and this is going to be the main scene. Don't talk. I was like, are we about to be in the fucking main scene with this guy?
Yeah.
So we were. So I had to fake talk. I've never done this before. So I'm sitting here just doing this whole thing. And, you know, like just talking.
That's pretty
to
good.
this like, hot
Hey,
chick.
dude, that was fucking good.
Good enough. Shit for Lyft.
Yo, holy shit, dude.
This guy's good. Get him in there now. We'll take him.
Yeah.
And they bring the actor in, and he was in like X-Men. I've seen a couple movies at his name. His name is Taylor Kitsch. He was in a Netflix documentary or the Netflix show where they're talking about the Waco cult, the Branch Davidian. He was in X-Men. Yeah, Taylor Kitsch. Yeah, that dude.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I do know this guy.
Yeah, so I was literally like shoulder to shoulder with him, and he comes in, and he's literally just sitting there and did his thing, and we were out of there in a couple minutes. And then I went to go hike on Turkey Trail over there off of 2222, I guess a little bit more north. And I was just on the trail by myself, and then it's just like early in the morning, there's nobody else on this trail, and I'm walking down the trail, and he's coming the opposite direction. So I was like, Taylor? I was like, dude, I was at that Lyft commercial with you yesterday. He's like, yeah, man, I remember you. Have a good one.
That's badass.
Pretty
That's
dope.
so badass, dude.
So, yeah, that was the whole Lyft
Did the
commercial
guy
thing.
that went there with you not even get in the...
No, yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so all the fucking people, all the actors that were there, like serious people, all like hyped up. I feel bad. I love telling the story because it's so funny, and we talked about it a lot. But like, he wanted to be the main guy, right? And in the final shoot of the commercial, you see me for just a split second, then it pans into the main actor guy, and then while it's like the main frame is on the actor, there's a table way in the back, and you can just see my friend just sitting there in the dark. And so he was technically in the scene too. He's just
That's
like way in the
so
back.
funny.
But it was crazy because like all these people were there just like hoping for their shot, and I'm sitting there just fucking slamming Lone Stars, just
You were
chilling.
like, fuck this, dude.
Yeah,
whatever, bro. I'm just trying to vibe.
Yeah, like I was like,
But that's probably why you got picked.
yeah.
That's how it happens, you know? The
We
universe...
need some diversity. We need a guy who looks like he's really having a good time, getting drunk. That guy
This
right
guy's
there, that's
this
perfect.
guy's tan and vibing. Let's get this dude.
He looks like he knows what he's doing.
They pulled the college the community college brochure on your ass.
Yeah.
They needed a diversity guy. Yeah.
Pretty much.
That is funny.
And,
That's hilarious. That guy must have been kind of mad at you.
He was like, "What the fuck, man? Like, I just invited you. I didn't know you were gonna get." I don't think he was mad at me, but he was just like, "What the fuck?" But like, oh, dude, there was a lot of people there, and there was like some people that looked like they were real professional actors at like Hollywood type, and I'm just some dude over there chilling. So I got paid like $200 or $300 in Lyft credits. On
That's
my
pretty
app.
sick.
So I was like, "Yeah, shit, fuck it, why not?"
That's pretty cool.
So-
You got to make a slide now. Be like, yeah, I know Taylor Kirch. Like, me and him are chill. Like, we fucking,
What's up, dude? It's
like,
been,
we roll. Like,
10
no big
years.
deal, bro.
So yeah, every time I see him in like a movie or Netflix, I was like, "I was in a commercial with that guy."
Just casually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know him. He's pretty sweet. We went jogging together once.
That was too funny.
That's hilarious. Cool. I think we should call it.
Yeah.
Let's call it there.
Perfect.
Peace, 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 peace,
Peace,
peace.
y'all.
Ending it.
Nice.
Nice.